climbed up into the half-submerged ship Emperor of Waves, leaving only Noxie behind, who was not feeling very well at the time. Uh, During the course of the next 20 minutes, you managed to encounter a whole lot of nastiness upon the ship and nearly set the ship on fire. Um, you nearly lost your new Goliath friend, but thankfully you did manage to heal him. Your Warforged duo crashed through a couple of floors and found you guys face to face with some undead. Uh, Hello, Vax. And now you guys are just cleaning up after this fact. Now that the battle has been won, a couple of some bears tore apart the one sentient person that seemed to be on board.
Who was that?
That was the half-orc that was in the room over here.
I never even saw him, I don't think.
Yeah, most of you didn't see him. I think, except maybe Dovin, who I think heard him yelling about, come help me, my goddess, and then suddenly the things in this room over here woke up and started banging through the door. Yeah, you don't want to be
He just
laying on.
didn't seem like a very nice fellow.
Yeah. At this point, Noxie, you are feeling better. Do you wish to climb up that rope?
Yep.
So you climb up the rope and find yourself here, on an empty deck. The door over here is open, and the mostly hacked apart remains of several spiders and something weird that looks kind of like a cross between a spider and a mushroom. There is a gaping hole right here, and the scent of smoke is coming up from there. Looking down, you see past a couple floors, you see what looks like a bear in a hallway, and then underneath of that, a bunch of bilge water, and you think you see Dovin and Cogsworth deep into the water.
Alright.
Yeah, we should probably get out of here. We're sitting down here in this bilge water with dead guests.
I'm gonna ring my bell.
So, Dread, you definitely hear a bell being rung above your head through that trap door that's currently over the through that grating that's currently over the trap door that leads into the bilge water.
Do I know what the bell means?
Let's see. You guys would probably talked about it at between island hops, and you would probably realize that's Noxie's bell, her signal of trying to get people's attention.
So I yell up, "Down here, Noxie!"
Yeah, you hear Dread's voice calling from right underneath there. She's probably like right here.
Alright, I'm gonna hop down then.
Roll a dexterity saving throw. Alright. You managed to land right where Talia is currently standing. Hold on 1 second. Talia backs up to give you room. And you land right there, right next to the trapdoor, which is currently open to the bilge water, and right next to Dread.
Oh my god, what is this? Okay.
There are bodies of spiders all over the place, bits and pieces of them, a lot of char marks from burning. It smells like a lot of smoke down here, a lot of burnt web. And over here are the dissolving bodies of what appears to be something nightmarish and demonic with a lot of teeth and hands. That one weird picture of the thing that says Maw Demon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their bodies are dissolving currently.
Bear is currently sitting on its butt. There's blood all over its mouth and paws, and it just kind of chills.
Wait. Okay, so Noxie just looks at Dread and looks at the big bear and holds up a sign. Is that Dovin?
No, someone summoned it along with another one.
Oh. Okay, so.
See the other one poke its head out from the door of the room over here. It looks very hurt.
are the others?
Down there, I point down into the hole that's right in front of me.
Yeah. You can see Dovin down below in the hold. Looks like, completely submerged in water.
Is he okay?
He looks hurt, but otherwise okay, yeah. There's a body of a ghast floating nearby.
Alright, I'll hop down there.
Push. And suddenly, Noxie appears next to you, Dovin.
I kind of jump for a second, but then I smile and wave.
I wave back.
So we have water breathing. So how well can we speak?
Your speech is kind of muddled. Lobu and Topaz and Volan, thanks to the Mariner's armor, I believe, are all speaking fine. They can be heard. They can hear things and they can communicate efficiently. Other people, not so much.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give a warbled hello, and then I'm gonna cast detect magic, and then ask Noxie, "How are you?"
Okay. Let's see if there's anything interesting down there that detect magic will reveal.
And then I'm gonna realizing that Noxie can't really write on a card underwater.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask,
Roll
"Are
me
you feeling well?"
Currently, roll me an investigation check along with that.
Along with the detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right. So, about the only thing you notice with your detect magic is a box that's half buried under some of the rubble, under some of the broken bits. That looks very intact. It's marked with a stylized letter A. It's blue in color and appears to be magically enhanced with a kind of spell that would make it fairly impervious to rust and other damage.
I'm going to very cautiously walk over to it and sort of dislodge it from the rubble.
How deep is the water down here?
It's over your heads. It's almost up to the water is basically, because it's been flooding in, is pretty much up to here at this point.
Okay.
Let me see about. Hold on a second. There is an actual thing about moving this particular cargo. Here we go. It is quite bulky. It seems like it'd be fairly difficult to handle just with your own strength. 2 people could probably move it fine. It's also possible that your Warforged, or possibly your Goliath friend, might be able to carry it by themselves.
Oh, it's a big box.
Yes.
Oh, misunderstood. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna start clearing some of the rubble away from it, and I'm gonna signal over to Volan and Cogsworth, and I guess Topaz and Lobu and everybody. I'm gonna just talk to.
Dread, please roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Thalia suddenly falls to the ground as the ship rocks back and forth all of a sudden. You guys down the hold, you're fine. You're not really affected by this because you're underwater. There is a faint tapping noise resonating through the ship.
Tapping noise.
Does it sound like it's coming from inside the ship?
Roll a perception check. It sounds like it's coming from outside, as if something large just suddenly started tapping on the hull.
Would we assume that maybe an octopus wants his, or a giant squid would want his fair dues from this?
Roll intelligence. It is very reasonable to believe that that's most likely that your giant octopus friend outside come to investigate, and probably wondering where it's where its promised dinner is.
Okay, guys, I
promised
want to
us dinner.
loot this place real good, but I think we need to start hucking corpses into the maw of that terrible beast outside.
Alright, do you think. I mean, can we shove some in the bag of holding to make them easier to move? Or.
You can absolutely do that.
If that's okay with you, Dovin.
I mean, we did this before.
We did do this before.
And we'll
Why-
do it again.
Why is time a giant circle? Okay.
Alright, in that case, I'll start chucking bodies into the bag of holding, however many guests are down here. And this very big box, if I try to lift it, how heavy?
It seems pretty heavy. Give me a strength check. As I said, it seems like it would take 2 people for most to be able to move it. But let's see what your strength check does, because it is very bulky. It's not just simply heavy. It's large and cumbersome. But again, strength check, and we'll see.
Would this apply?
That now that you say that, that might actually apply. So let's see. Still strength check, just because it's, I said, unwieldy.
I'm asking. I guess the question is, would I roll at an advantage?
Yes, actually, you would, because of your
Okay.
aspect of the bear. Even you, with your massive strength, find it's a bit too much.
Can someone tell Thali to get his big ass down here?
What are you trying to do?
Lift it?
I mean,
Do you
you
wanna-
you get it up by a corner, but it's just so bulky that the other side of it keeps falling down, and you would start dragging it precariously along the ground.
I mean, Okay, I guess I'll poke my head up and say, Dread or Thalia, like we need help carrying something. Do you mind?
Alright, Thalia decides to jump down in order to give assistance.
I guess Dovin will go up to the first floor or the second floor and just start shoving bodies into a bag holding.
Alright, so you spot a ladder, a rope ladder heading up over here.
Okay. Do I see anything else that's magical on my way down there?
No, that appears to be it. Nothing on the ghasts is magical.
Okay.
There's none of the crates that are smashed open appear to have anything magical inside of them. Just that box. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Topaz easily picks up the other end and is just lifting it up, along with Volan.
Noxie's gonna look through the stuff for shiny things.
Roll an investigation,
Lobu
Noxie.
will aid. Lobu's aid.
All right.
Oh.
So, you start to look, Noxie. You start to look at the boxes. Don't see anything shiny, but immediately you turn around and you see that the ghasts have interesting things on them. One of the ghasts wears a silver bracelet sculpted to look like a twisted tongue, and another one wears a gem-studded belt. Both of those look very shiny. You
Ooh,
imagine that the silver bracelet would probably be worth about 75 gold, and that the gem-studded belt is probably worth 400 gold.
Alright. I'm gonna yoink those, and Dovin can add those to the party treasure.
Roger.
Nice. I'll jump down.
Alright. Splash. You see Noxie pulling stuff off of the corpses.
What was?
We're going to have to give something to the octopus.
Noxie's going to attempt because strongest Avenger.
Volan and Topaz together already have the box lifted.
Oh.
So, Dovin, what are you doing now that you're on... Oh, sorry, let me give you actually a description of that room. There is a description of that room. Sorry.
Okay.
Judging from the stove along one wall of this room, this was once the galley. Now the area is cluttered with bones and debris. Badly damaged metal knives and other cookware hang from the hooks in the ceilings, while the choking stench of rotting flesh fills the airs. A stairway leads up near the storm, and you see tiny spiders crawling over everything. That stairwell, however, you could definitely see a lot of spider webbing going up that way. There's also a door directly in front of you.
I'm going to. I mean, I take a quick peruse of the room. Nothing lights up magically.
No, there's nothing magical in this room, I'm afraid.
Okay, so then I'm going to make note of that room, that stairwell, but I'm not gonna go up it by myself.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try and open this door in front of me.
It comes open easily, and you see your bear friend in that room, along with the bits of corpse that are still on the floor from that half-orc.
I want to give my Fey bear friend a nice
Let me see
hug
if there's
and a
anything.
good belly.
Let me see if there's anything magical on him.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. You find a wooden box that seems to have something glowing inside of it along the wall. Lobu, you going up there, all right?
Yep.
I'm not gonna open this. Is there anything else of note on him?
On him?
Yeah.
He has a quarterstaff, and he is wearing some kind of symbol of a spider. The spider is affixed to a weird greenish-looking skull, and it looks like it's like there's like this skull symbol, and there's like the spider with a black spider that's just kind of hanging over it. A really interesting-looking symbol.
Do I recognize any of the symbology?
Roll me a religion check. Nah, it doesn't. It's probably some symbol of some obscure cult. Maybe this guy was like the only leader of that cult, and maybe that's why nobody's ever seen it before, or at least you've never heard of it.
I'll throw it in the bag of holding and not think about it again, basically. Okay. Yeah, I think somebody. I remember you mentioning, Grizz, that this was Lolth, but I don't remember how that information came up.
Because there's all the spiders around, and he yelled for his goddess to help him, and the help was in the form of demons.
Right.
Those things together equal Los.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and it goes into bag holding. And then I'm not gonna be able to get these giant spiders into the bag of holding.
Have the bears drag them.
That's not a bad idea, but they don't really fit through the doors super well. I guess we can have the bears attempt to drag them through the have them take them up to the top of the deck.
The bears really don't fit through the doors very well.
Yeah.
I guess Lobu just starts hacking up spiders and carrying chunks.
Are there any there's no windows in this room, are there?
No.
Could the bears start eating at the doorway to
Sure.
try and
Make an attack roll with them.
I don't think this is gonna cause the whole ship to collapse. Him.
What are the rest of you guys doing while they're doing this? Because Topaz and Volan currently have the box together.
I think after Noxie found the thing, we'd probably be heading up because it's
All right.
fucking gross.
Yeah, the only way to get up is through there. The thing that ladder over in the corner. You're also hearing kind of muted through the water a bit of a crunching noise from the from the floor above you. Dovin, the bear basically tears right through that doorway and widens it up enough for it to slip through.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
climb.
could they try and drag some
Yep.
of the giant spiders up the stairs?
They can, but they really don't fit into this area here, or
Oh.
or the stairwell. But you did manage to get out into the corridor.
Yeah. Seems like an exercise in futility. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
There's also this stairwell over here, which looks a bit bigger, although it's covered in spider webs.
right. I'm gonna go look at this. I'm gonna peek up. Do I see anything up there?
Roll a perception check.
Sorry for my constant pinging. I'm on a new laptop, and I don't know why it keeps doing that.
It's quite dark up there, though you can definitely see a lot of small spiders fiddling through the webs.
Anyone feel like seeing what's up there?
I really want to search this place, but we should probably feed that giant fucking squid that's gonna bring this place down first.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go up to the top of the ship with the bodies that I have right now. With Lobu, because Lobu's been grabbing a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm following behind you.
There's also discovered that there's a wooden box over here.
Oh. I point at the wooden box to Noxie.
It's the one that you spotted that had something inside that was glowing.
Oh. How big is it?
It looks like a small treasure chest. I'm just gonna put a random token on there for you guys to see. There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna point it out to Noxie, and pull Lobu because we gotta feed this octopus before something bad happens.
You guys are using the stairs to get up?
Not those stairs.
Alright.
I'm open.
Okay. Inside, you discover a spell scroll of Gusts of Wind and another spell scroll of Protection from Poison. A potion that seems blue and glowing. Another potion that seems blue and bubbly that you're pretty sure is a potion of water breathing. A cloak of some kind. 507 gold and 199 silver.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
How much silver?
199. So you see the tentacles of the octopus are currently, somewhat curled around one side of the ship. The tip of it is just tapping over here. It is a huge octopus. I mean, the entire tentacle could probably, it's basically the entire part of the tentacle that you're seeing, Dovin, is about your size.
Wow. They weren't kidding when they said this was a giant octopus. I'm just gonna very gingerly walk up to the edge of the ship and just start very
looking down over, you see
out
a massive beaked face, just with its mouth open, waiting to be fed.
Hello there.
Lobu's
And I'm gonna open the bag of holding and just start pulling out things and rolling them over the edge.
All right. It seems to eagerly gobble them up.
When I told my kids I was going on an adventure, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, but there is something pretty awesome about it.
You look over at Lobu, or he's there, and he's like happily chucking shit into the mouth, like just joyously.
Having fun?
This is great.
It's been a little while since we had a talk. How you doing?
I'm I think I'm better now, mostly. Yeah, finding the joy in all this scary stuff, and
That's good.
yeah, I think we're gonna all be all right. And then he takes an extra big chunk of like spider guts and throws it into the maw.
I just sort of give him a full smile and a clap on the back.
I got a blue potion and a green potion, right?
It's a blue potion that seems to be, what is it? Shimmery, I think. The other one is kind of bubbly, and you're pretty sure it's a potion of water breathing. Let me check my potion guide. Hello.
Potion guide?
They just looted something.
Oh. So, what it...
Let's see, potion of
Wow.
water breathing. Oh, sorry, it is green. It is cloudy and green. My bad. I kept thinking it was blue. No, the one potion is blue and bubbly. The other potion is green and cloudy. And you're pretty sure that one is the potion of water breathing.
What does the cloak look like?
Roll me an Arcana check. Yeah, the other potion, the one that you don't know what it is a bubbling blue potion. Okay, with that Arcana check, Noxie, you're pretty sure you're looking at a cloak of protection.
Oh.
Nice.
All right.
So, I love you guys. Fuck you.
What?
Where am I?
You're still stuck in the cargo hold.
Exactly.
You said.
Yeah, we had,
Well,
we had an emergency.
they all kind of wandered up here after the octopus started tapping on the edge of the ship. Well, you were currently in shutdown
Callie's on
mode.
your shoulder. Callie's just sort of snipping at your ear, or where your ear should be.
Yeah, you still got a tiny crab on your shoulder.
Hey, Callie, you know where Dovin is?
Just kind of like points towards the far end of the room
Yeah.
with the ladder.
Callie is pointing down south.
I will sheathe Fumble's scimitar, grab my warhammer, and go up the ladder.
Alright.
If you could drag me to where I need to go.
Alright, I'll move you up the ladder and onto the second floor then.
Thank you.
There you go. And since you
How
were
is
here for
City Hen
the
doing?
since you were not here for the description, I will reread the description of that room. Judging from the stove along one wall of this room, this was once the galley. Now the area is cluttered with bones and debris. Badly damaged metal knives and other cookware hang from hooks in the ceiling, while the choking stench of rotting flesh fills the air. A stairway leads up near the stern, tiny spiders crawling all over it, and you can see a lot more of those webs.
Do I see whatever was screaming orcish at us earlier?
No, that was in the room to the north of you.
Hmm.
And there's only bits and pieces of that guy left, and his body's already been looted.
Mm-hmm. If I may, before you continue with the others,
Alright?
I would like to search the galley for anything that might be of interest to me, being a brewer.
Roll me an investigation check.
All right. Huh.
So you start looking around, and most of it's like, got rotting flesh on it, and, some bits of maggots and lots of spiders. But as you reach into the back of a cupboard and dislodge some, a husk of what was probably a cat-sized spider at one point that died in there, you discover an unopened and still wax-sealed bottle of rum in a greenish bottle.
Interesting.
Well,
I'll pocket
a bottle of something in a greenish bottle. You kind of get this impression that from your brewing time that might be rum in there.
Okay.
But,
I'll pocket that and wonder about it.
as you look ahead, you see that Topaz and Volan are each holding a chest marked with an A. It doesn't appear to have any locks or any way of opening it. And it is, despite having been underwater, does not look the least bit rusted.
Could I also make a Arcana check on the bubbling blue potion.
Sure. You know that it's a powerful potion, you're just not sure what kind. You're pretty sure you could probably take it into a potion shop and they'll instantly be able to identify it for you.
Alright. She's going to loot the whole box and she's going to take it up to Dovin for the bag of holding.
Alright. You know
I'm
that
not really well-
he went upstairs with the corpses to start feeding the octopus.
I'm not well acquainted with the map, so I don't know exactly where the.
Alright.
Can we just put this in that?
In the octopus?
in the
No,
bag
the
of holding?
the chest in the bag.
Dovin has that. Are you going to send Dovin back down there to do that? Noxie?
Are we done feeding the octopus?
Yeah, you've pretty much taken all the corpses out and been feeding the octopus.
Yep.
Okay. Noxie, just to make sure I have everything down.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks like you got everything.
Okay, cool. So then I'll go ahead and head back down. Did the octopus seem satisfied with what we fed it, or did it seem to want?
Seems like it might be temporarily satisfied, but it's probably still going to tear the ship apart after you leave.
Oh, well, okay.
Just for shits and giggles.
Just to make sure you didn't miss anything.
So I see you guys got some pretty shinies.
Yeah, we seem to have done pretty well. Will the magic box that Fallen and Topaz are carrying, will that fit in the bag of holding?
I think it might. Let me double check.
Because I am wondering if the opening
It's
of the bag of holding.
cumbersome. Tell you what, roll me a 1d20.
At least a 12.
No, sadly, as you look at the bag's width and you're looking at the width of this box, you realize that it is slightly too big. It won't, unfortunately, fit in the bag of holding.
I'm really, really sorry, but I don't. It's not. You're gonna have to carry that. Do you mind? I mean, we could try and open it right now, but we might want to get off the ship before the octopus gets impatient.
We can try. I don't know if it's swimming it over there is going to work out too well.
Could we not
We have
bring the
the-
dinghy to the side of the boat?
The dinghy is at the side of the boat currently.
All right.
Put it in the dinghy.
I mean, if others climb aboard our ship first, we could just drag it aboard with rope.
Yeah. So
Not
I guess
fun, but it works.
I guess the remaining question is, do we want to go up those stairs? And I point towards the kind of gnarly looking webbed.
Well, let's get this in the dinghy in case the octopus gets frisky.
I think we've got 2 other rooms to search on this deck as well. If we
Yeah,
want
there's
to.
there's a one right there.
I'd like to trail behind the others and just do my little alchemy search. Because apparently some magic user was here before.
Yeah, that's the stuff that Noxie just picked up.
I can have one of my bears break that down, but if someone
Oh, by
else
the way,
wants
Fumble
to take
says
lead
hi.
on,
Hi, Fumble.
Hello.
She's not currently disposed to speak, but she says hi. But what were we saying about Noxie? Alchemy stuff?
Noxie picked up the magic user stuff that was in this room.
Do I know this?
You probably came in and saw her stuffing the things from this chest over here into her bag.
I don't know what those things were.
All right.
I can read them out to you.
Out of player, I heard a cloak, but
It's a pretty sweet cloak.
Mhm.
It's a cloak of protection. If you know what that does.
yeah, it's a bonus to AC, right? But I
It's
think it
bonus-
needs attunement.
Yeah, it's a +1 to AC and all saving throws.
So tight.
I'd hope not. You'd choke.
Yes.
Topaz and I are going to bring the large chest to the dinghy so that we're not encumbered while we're
Okay.
going through the rest of.
Excellent plan. Sorry. You guys make it, precariously, moving very slowly all the way up there. And you see your dinghy just by itself now at the side of the boat.
All
I-
right.
I'm gonna call up from below. Do you guys need any help getting it down?
Don't worry, we can do this.
Sorry.
Mullen never needs help going down.
Wow.
No.
Bumble just took off her headset. Nice.
Sorry.
Topaz, how do you want to do this?
You want to
Don't
do
do
it?
it on the boat.
We just finished cleaning the boat.
By the way, there's still an octopus tentacle over here that's hanging out.
Don't give them ideas.
I wasn't trying to.
Guys, the boat really probably can't handle it, is the thing. So, just saying.
Don't hate us because we're beautiful.
We should just open it.
I'm not even gonna respond to Topaz. I'm just gonna start tying rope around the chest, like seeing if I could try to lever it down versus throwing it off, which is what I really want to do.
All right.
Don't do it.
No,
It's fine.
probably shouldn't do that. Sink our rowboat.
You open up the door over there, and a bunch of tiny little spiders just come flowing out and disappearing into cracks. This room is filled with smashed furniture, crushed wooden boxes, and other debris, all covered in a thick layer of spider webs. A few spiders, tiny little spiders, normal spiders, climb down from the ceiling and land in your hair.
Gross. There's not even any treasure in here. Noxie, help me look.
Noxie will help
Sweet
look.
boy. Investigation check.
I'm curious.
Does anything magical light up?
Dovin, no. You pass through the room, but all you turn up is the empty husk of a rat.
Well, at least we found something.
The bear is gonna go ahead and break down the other door.
Roll an attack. The bear just paws open that door over there, smashing it. And the smashed wreckage of a bed, dresser, and desk cover the floor of this room. Thick webs extend from the floor to ceiling, making it impossible to clearly see through the walls beyond. Hundreds of tiny spiders move through the webs, and some of them come flooding out, disappearing into cracks in the floor.
If I may, I'd actually like to take a moment
Alright.
and cast Deck Magic.
Dovin already has that up.
Oh, he does?
Yep.
I didn't know this. Because they left me in the hold.
Alright.
Can I decide not to, or?
You can decide not to, because I think Dovin actually mentioned it out loud that he was looking around for magic stuff.
Okay.
I don't want you to. Oh, yeah. Or if you started a ritual to cast it.
I don't have a ritual.
Oh, 'cause it
It's a
said.
cleric.
Oh, that's right. You're a cleric. Yeah, so I wouldn't want you to lose a spell slot.
Okay. I hear a cat.
Yeah, little guy's in my arms. I don't want to deny him because he was thrown up last night.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he's okay. Everything I've been hearing is just that it seems like it's just a cat thing. I just haven't experienced it before.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that I'm not. That I'm holding him. Just 'cause he's a cute boy. But anyway. So Volan and Topaz are slowly lowering the thing down into the dinghy. Dovid is not seeing anything magical.
Can I
Yo,
search for
what-
anything of note?
Anytime you start moving through the webs, more tiny spiders come flooding out, and some of them attempt to bite you, but they don't really get through your skin. Though some of them climb up your arms and into your beard.
Hmm. Well, that's an unpleasant sensation. I'm gonna leave.
I'll keep looking through the web.
Yeah. Investigation check, please, Cogsworth.
Woo. Do I find anything?
You wander through into the web. You wander through. You look. You're careful. You're slow. You're methodical. You find nothing. But when you come out of the room, you are covered in tiny spiders. They are everywhere. They are building webs inside of you.
Oh,
The bear is just gonna start just like taking off individual spiders to eat them.
The bear is now licking you head to toe, Cogsworth.
I don't mind this. I'm just gonna start kind of shedding spiders off of me, very casually. Also, Fumble is literally gagging right now.
I'm so sorry, Fumble. I'm so sorry. I know you don't like spiders.
You okay, dear? Like, are you going to be okay once we get off this goddamn ship and set it ablaze?
it's dark place up here.
She's starting to compulsively itch like there's spiders over her. Like, why must you do this, Grizz?
You're on a ship filled with spiders. I'm sorry. So you guys wish to go up the dark stairs over here?
She died. Fumble just died. She's sitting here with her eyes closed and her tongue hanging out. Blech. You killed my
You're
fiance.
dead, Fumble.
Thanks. Either way, please carry on.
Imagine a calming breeze, Fumble. Imagine a calming breeze. And now all the spiders are on fire. All the spiders are on fire.
Causing them to run around frantically.
No, causing them to, because they're tiny, they burn to a crisp.
Yum.
Delicacy.
So, do you guys wish to go up the set of spiderweb filled stairs right here?
I'm going to be sneaky about it.
Alright. Go
There's
for your
stairs.
sneak check. Ooh, very stealthy Noxie. I'll
Nice.
see carefully, quietly. Sometimes you slip around the spider webs, not disturbing them at all, which is fortunate because spiders are have a big sense of movement. And you see in this darkened room, Noxie, a rough stone altar dominates this cabin. Strange markings cover its surface. Dried mud cakes the floor around it, and humanoid skulls ring the wall above, each mounted on a wooden spike. Some of them have been painted green. The corners of this room are piled with garbage and debris. Crudely cut wooden logs, smashed furniture, torn sacks, shattered crates, and small piles of dried palm fronds. A staircase descends from the southeast corner, which is where you're currently at, and an acrid odor fills the air.
Nice word.
Should we follow Lobu and Drug?
I suppose so. Though, if we're being smart, I think this would lead up to the other door on the main deck. It'd probably be better to go through there than here, but we're here now, and I don't want to walk to the other side of the ship.
Is this the altar right here?
Yes.
We shouldn't abandon Noxie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lobu, are you tromping up the stairs?
I'm gonna stealth. I'm gonna follow Noxie's lead.
Alright.
Oh, great.
Roll
We're
me a stealth
stealthing
check.
up the stairs.
While they're doing this, I'd actually like to investigate the demon room.
Sure. That would be all the way up. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, with the husk. I'd like to see if there's anything interesting about those husks, and then I'd like to see if I can cut them loose and pick them up.
The husks look like they were used to incubate the maw demons. Roll me a okay, yeah, they looked like they were probably incubating the maw demons. They are just filled with the bones of humanoids now. It looks like people were sacrificed in order to bring them forth. Nobu, you get here. Dovin and Dread, you start tromping up the stairs. And now everybody needs to roll me initiative. As the webs around you in that room begin to vibrate. And the first thing you see is the giant spider poking a leg out.
I rolled in the double digits for initiative. I rolled over a 4. What a day.
The things that make players happy.
I mean, think about it, though. What initiative rolls do I get in the Sunday campaign? Literally, that thing with Caladrel is the first time I've had a first initiative with you in the entire time we've played.
You ready for... That reminds me, you ready for Saturday?
Yes, quite happy.
Yes.
I'm still running off the high from that.
Yeah. You say that now.
Oh, I know. But
Okay.
I'd like to think I did well. That environment was perfect for the way that character was designed.
Oh, yeah. And you haven't explored everything of that place yet.
I know. There's a basement, which is where things are going to get dicey.
And there's a third floor that nobody's looked into yet.
True.
Yet being the keyword.
Oh my god.
Not this
It's
again.
fine. I still have... I can't remember how many charges. Yeah, I still have 4 more charges on my Wand of Lightning. It's fine.
Oh, and I have to roll for Talia. I almost forgot about him.
Just letting you know, I might disappear randomly. My fiance is heating up something in the oven to for dinner.
Dinner! Yay! What are you guys having
So
today?
I might... we had burgers. We were going to have salad, but her salad ended up not being terribly great.
Edible?
So she's baking something real quick.
Nachos?
Sorry.
What are you heating up again? Pizza rolls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry, her condition thing's been making her stutter all day, which is why she's not really talking.
Just put some lettuce on it. That's salad.
Is she okay? Just things...
Physically.
As okay as she can be.
Okay.
There's just some shit going on IRL.
I'd give her hugs if I could.
But I'll be honest, babe, I was listening to you and I didn't hear Grizz. What'd you say, Grizz?
No, I said I'd just give her hugs if I could. Topaz! Roll a perception check.
So, lots.
Put lettuce on your burgers. That's a salad.
Yeah, it's a beef salad.
Oh, you guys have heard the about the tomato check for describing the skills to people, right?
Yes. I love that one.
And
Topaz, can you hear me?
Yes.
Just roll a perception check for me, please.
Deception.
Perception.
Perception, okay.
Alright, so you unfortunately could not hear it. You and Vulin have completed the task of lowering the box down into the dinghy. What would you like to do now?
Okay. Go back and find everybody else. We can get out of here.
You have your full movement. Plus, you already used your action, so you can only move 30 feet.
I don't know where I'm going.
That's up to you. Last time you saw your friends, they were down on the second floor.
Is that how we came up?
Sorry, you came up through the door, the stairs over here. This is the fast way of getting down there.
Super fast.
Drop through, roll a dexterity check to see if you land on the second floor rather than the third. Yeah.
Oops.
So you land in the bilge water, but since you're a sea elf,
Damn it.
but
Falling.
but since you're a sea elf, you're pretty fine. You're just kind of floating in the water here, but it's gonna like take you a turn to get out. It's gonna take you like half your movement to get out. It's the equivalent of being prone. Noxie.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shoot the fuck out of this thing.
All right.
Very, very articulate.
Well, after Topaz was showing off earlier.
I
Did
don't know
I
if can
fall
sneak
right
attack,
past?
actually.
Hey, Noxie, do you have assassination?
No.
Then you don't get sneak attack.
Yeah, I don't get sneak.
Did I fall right past all this?
You fell you fell into the water that's right at the top of this right here.
Where are they having their problem?
You don't know. You have no idea. You look around and all you see is the bears and Cogsworth over here. You don't know where the others are. Let's see. Nuxie, that gets 10. It lets out a bit of a screech.
I'm going to move behind Dovin here,
All right.
and that's my turn.
Thalia goes running this way. Topaz, you are able to see your Goliath buddy down this way running, and runs around the corner.
Hell is.
Let's see, hold on.
I turned to ask somebody and then I realized I got a bear in Cogsworth. Who am I going to ask?
Ah,
Hey,
stupid thing.
Jared licks your face.
30. 35. Then he gets up there.
Well, then something might be going on.
He's behind Dread, so he's there. Okay. Volan, roll a perception check with advantage this time.
Alright.
you got this.
I never see shit though.
You got
You
this.
heard the spider screeching and a twang from this direction, behind this door over here. And a moment later, you hear Topaz calling from below, saying, Volan, there might be something going on over here.
Topaz, I hear spiders. Hold on, alright?
Great.
Move over to this door.
Alright.
Look over at the bear. Get him.
And
Can I
you...
open it as
Yes. You have an action. You have a free action to open the door. So you open it up, and you can see others of your companions.
Ooh.
And as soon as you step inside, a swarm of spiders descends upon you.
fucking
You're fine.
Welcome to the party, Volan.
Welcome to the jungle.
And they don't hurt you. They're just swarming over you.
I'm fucking sick of this place and I would like to get very mad and rage.
Yes, you may rage.
And that will be my turn.
Okay, swarm of spiders. Skitter, skitter, skitter. Cogsworth! You have no idea what's going on with
Yes?
the rest of the party. What do you do?
I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna look to see if there's anything that might interest me and my alchemical ways, and see about cutting loose the.
I said what was
don't-
already in there.
Oh, like, is it that clear?
Yeah, the bundles used to be humanoids that were in there, but it looks like they were used to incubate the maw demons. You do find
I
a few.
would
You
like-
do find a few more bones, and in one of the bundles, you discover a pair of gold earrings worth. Actually, you don't know how much they're worth because you don't have. I don't think you have that. And a vine necklace set with an amethyst. But you don't find anything
I will-
interesting alchemically wise.
I'll pick up these items, and I will set about cutting loose the silk, the cocoon things,
Alright.
to see if I can see if that silk can fetch any price.
Okay, so that is your turn.
Yep. Oh, so I'm guessing I'm too far away to even do a perception check.
Well, you definitely heard Topaz yelling that there was something going on, but
Oh,
you were in there picking up items.
okay.
So, Lubu, as you, you stand there seeing the giant spider, a swarm of spiders emerges from the webs and attacks you.
Classic.
I think that misses.
Does.
Woo!
Okay, swarm of spiders attacks Volan, and they apparently fall off onto her feet and regroup over there.
Where-
The giant spider doesn't see its main prey, which would have been Noxie, but sees Volan step to the door and immediately
God fucking
trips
damn
over
it.
to her. You're a barbarian, you can handle it. And will attempt to bite you. Ooh.
Yup.
You're raging. You take half damage, but you still have to make a beat an 11 on Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
You got this.
All right, so you only take half of that poison damage,
Okay.
and thankfully you are not paralyzed,
Aren't you bear totem?
Yes.
which means you take another half of that. Sorry, less than another. Yeah, you take a fourth of that. There we go.
Okay.
Dread.
Alright, I'll move over to our friendly spider here and attack it.
All right. That hits, and you're still doing radiant damage, yes?
Yes.
And with that spider crumbles and dies in front of your eyes.
Alright, I'll turn it and swing at this for a second attack.
All right.
Need to drop. Need to adjust so I'm not doing radiant here.
Okay. All right. Slashing. Next half of that. So it's 3.
It's the end of turn.
Alrighty. Another swarm stays where it is. Dovin!
I'm going to back up here and cast Frostbite on the one in front of.
This swarm over here? Alright. And what's the extra effect on Frostbite?
Disadvantage on its first attack.
Okay. Alright, so it takes 6 points of damage and has disadvantage on its next attack. Alright. So, Dread.
Yes.
From the darkness, something bites and claws at you. With advantage because you do not see it and it's hidden.
Oh.
Oh. Another one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, the 23 would hit.
Lubu.
Lobu's just gonna swing away at this spider clump. First one's with a blade flourish if it hits.
Alright. Blade flourish, is that slashing damage?
I believe so. I think it's the same damage
Okay.
as the thing.
That's that. And alright. 2 hits, both land on the swarm, reducing the numbers of them for a bit.
And that's it.
Topaz, back to you.
So where are they? Where's this happening?
You don't know exactly, but you did see Talia running this way. Oh, that's right. You don't actually have half movement because you are a water being, and therefore getting out of the water shouldn't cause you detrimental damage. And you're a monk to boot, so you should have your full 40 movement.
45.
45 now. Excellent.
I don't see anything. Where? Or down further?
Looks that way. You see a door. You don't see Thalia. And you see the webs. You were in this room before. You came up this way. This is the galley, and it seems that your companions decided to go up to the web, up into that webbed room.
Where's there a door? Oh. I guess I'm doing a dash then by this point.
Yeah, and you could probably move right
See.
past Thalia if you still have movement. You got more movement?
Well, I do now.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
I went off the boat.
Oops, you vanished. There you go.
Just ran so fast, yeah, like Looney Tunes. Just there's an
There you are.
what is it? Like a cutout of you in the wall.
What the? God, leave you people alone for 30 seconds. Alright, so... Can't really do anything, but, guess I'll move there. Would I technically be flanking the Ettercap with Volan from there?
No, because you're in a stairwell. This is basically looking up. Basically the way out of the stairwell is where Lobu's standing.
Can I come up over the back of it?
Roll me acrobatics.
I do that.
Yes, you can. You can
Alright,
land
I'll
right
end
here.
up here. That's it.
You've been jumping up the steps and it's land there. Noxie!
Alright, I'm gonna shoot this boy here.
Right at the Ettercap. Okay. Ettercap lets out a squeal as it gets hit. Already losing half
move.
its health in one hit.
Nice.
Gonna move down here, and that's my turn.
Alright. Dahlia comes running up the stairs. Looks like you saved some for me. Comes over here, looks about, and decides to go for the Ettercap, because it looks like it's the biggest threat.
Flank it, you big cahoot.
Oh, he hears that and moves over there. And he will flank it.
Crit.
Let's see here. That gives him
Forgot you do
sneak
flanking
attack
in this game.
and rapier attack.
Aw.
And that will miss. Oh no, that will hit. 17.
A good sneak too.
It's still alive though. It lets out another horrible shrieking noise. And he grins widely. Wasn't my daggers, but that was good. And now we have Volan.
I'm going to let them take care of the Ettercap. I want to finish off these spiders right here.
Alright. Ho ho! Let's see. So that's a 5. And 8. Oh, that swarm is greatly diminished by your attack.
Nice.
Right, and that's my turn.
So another swarm, what's been hiding underneath the debris,
This ship.
Damn it.
makes an appearance and goes right for Thalia.
Dovin, what the hell were they all eating?
That's a great question.
Fish.
So out of fish, I guess.
Oh no.
Your
Yeah, because
Goliath
fish are
friend
well known for getting caught in webs.
lets out a cry of pain and drops to the ground. Once more, he is downed. Cogsworth.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Any chance I hear the screams?
That's what I'm checking for.
I know that's what I'm saying.
What is Thalia went down?
Nope. You are so
Okay.
busy looking at this stuff that you got and sawing away at the webbing. You didn't even notice Topaz running down the hall. You're just so focused on what you're doing.
Is Callie still on my shoulder?
Yes.
I was just wondering if he had evasion.
Hmm.
Not evasion. Whatever that thing is rogues get where they can have the damage on an attack.
Oh,
I think it's the scout.
Uncanny dodge.
No, it's a rogue thing, but I don't know if he's high enough level.
Oh yeah, the scout can move. My bad. But I'm gonna kind of nudge Callie again.
Oh,
You
I forgot about
you know
that.
where-
Actually, Thalia's not down.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about Uncanny Dodge. Duh. I am not used to playing rogues. I'm used to the only rogues I have are like third level, not level with you guys. So let's see. That means he was.
Isn't it half the damage?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to calculate. I'm trying to make sure he's still up. Yeah, he's down to like 5 health.
So Callie, you know where Dovin is again?
Callie's flailing on your shoulder. I forgot about that. So I was just gonna say Callie was flailing. You didn't notice it the whole time.
That's what happens when
this
you're,
is
when you're dealing with a mechanical man. He doesn't have the sense of touch.
Yeah, it is. She's like waving her claws towards the door.
All right, I will just be following however she's pointing.
Probably pointing south at this point.
Right?
Yeah, she would take him towards the way we went up.
So there's my 30 feet. Is she still flailing?
Yes.
Yep.
So in here, and I guess I'm stopping here. Because that's 60 feet.
Alright. That reminds me, what
Would I
language
could possibly
Yeah, he
hear?
doesn't speak that. You're okay.
Would I hear any chaos? Now?
Yeah, from here you probably hear the chaos, and you hear an oof coming from a Goliath.
Okay. I'm coming, guys. Hands are a little full.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about the uncanny dodge. I'm just again not used to rogues past a certain level. Swarm of spiders. It currently has disadvantage as it attempts to attack Lobu. And it's a good thing too. Another swarm of spiders will go for. We'll surge towards Dread. I don't think a 16 hits you though, Dread.
Nope.
Your turn, Dread.
Alright, I'll swing it to the air cab.
And that's enough to finish it off. You just put your sword through it and slice, and the Dettercop comes away in 2 halves.
I'll turn and swing at the swarm that attacked me.
Alright. Smash through some more spiders. That swarm is not looking very big.
It's my turn.
Alright. You guys still hear movement coming from somewhere in this direction. Like maybe there's another swarm over there. But it's not coming out to play with you.
Dread, run over there.
Dovin, what would you like to do?
Hello?
Devin?
Hello?
Oh, sorry. Push to talk. I'm gonna use frostbite on the one in front of Lobo.
Okay. Spiders, Constitution. It's saved. No damage, and it does not have to worry about frostbite anymore.
Sadness.
Lubu!
Clover's just gonna swing away again.
You can do it. Ooh.
Ooh.
Smashes your dagger down, slaughtering a whole bunch more of those spiders. Ooh.
That's it.
This swarm is looking like just a handful at this point, but they haven't quite dispersed yet. Topaz.
All right, try to finish off the swarm.
And that'll do it. Whatever was remaining of them, this goes scattering off into the bits of trash.
Okay. No, I really want to run over there, but I know there's shit just waiting on the ceiling. I just know it. All right, can I stand over him? He's unconscious.
No, he's not. Not anymore.
He's not?
Remembered about uncanny dodge, so that that one hit was halved, which means he didn't take that full brunt, which means he still has hit points.
Oh, I'll go down here and help these.
All right.
All right, second spear attack.
And that destroys them.
Against my better judgment, I'll step there. Bonus action, do my martial arts on that one.
Excuse me. All right.
Probably gonna get swarmed now. What do I get? Oh, no advantage, so 20.
All right. Yeah, that's enough to hit it. Smash down. Some spider pulp is now on your hands, but there's less of them. Anything else?
That'll do me.
Noxie.
I'm going to bonus action. I'm going to cunning action dash. Move all the way up here.
Oh, okay. The bears would be gone by now. I got it.
And
Sorry.
I'm going to shoot this swarm.
All right.
Do I get flanking?
No, you do not. But you do get sneak attack.
Cool.
Ooh,
Nice.
pretty num.
Noxie, sweetie, I wouldn't have done that. Look up.
Talia. Talia's my guy. He's looking pretty rough. He's not looking happy. He pokes his rapier out at the swarm of spiders.
Stabby stab. Ooh,
Still,
he's finally contributing.
yeah. And this swarm of spiders is still there. Full in.
If it's still there, I'll come over here to catch that flank with Topaz and I'll attack one, see if that does it.
Does that hit?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was looking for something else. And that disperses the last of those ones. But you still hear movement over in Noxie's direction.
10, 15. Is there
As soon as you
anything over?
start moving away from that spot, the swarm of spiders that was up on the ceiling drops down towards you.
Mm-hmm.
As it gets an attack of opportunity as you move away from its square. But it misses.
In which case, 5, 10 more. And I'd like to make an attack.
Go for it.
Do it.
Nice. Do some heavy damage on that one. Anything else you can do, Villain?
Nope, that's my turn.
Cogsworth.
All right. I'm going to quickly shuffle up the stairs. It looks like to get up to their level, it'll be 25 feet of movement, and that'll get me on the landing. Could you drag me over?
Yep.
I'm not sure where.
You're practically
I'll be-
standing on Lobu. There you go.
Okay.
And you see corpses
Net.
of spiders and Nettercap again. Skulls, some of them painted green, stuck in on spears, some kind of weird altar.
So
Oh, the altar's here?
In the center, you're right next to it.
Oh.
after I stumble up the stairs with my hands full of spider silk bundles, I'll take one.
You have a single
I did
bundle
not-
of spider silk.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking like each one would just be kind of.
No, you
lumped
spent
up.
it took you a turn to cut down one of the full things of spider silk, and
Oh, so there's 2 more. I'll get
there's
those
3
later.
more.
Okay. Anyway, I didn't mean to hit light. I was gonna say I'm gonna free one hand and cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
on the.
Alright, they get a dexterity saving throw, which they make, which means
Damn.
with that they actually take half. So that means 4. Dread, you're up.
Okay, I'll move over.
Miss. That hits.
Actually, I don't think Sacred Flame does half damage. I think they don't take any damage at all.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright. I will go with that since they didn't take damage.
Okay, end of turn.
The swarm, faced now with choices. Come on, ours, print out. 1, 2, 3. Go for Volan.
Yep.
A total of 1 damage, Volan. 1 damage. Dovin.
I'll do frostbite.
Alright. They take the damage, and they have disadvantage next turn.
And take a couple of steps forward.
Okay. Hello back there. Cat who's pulling on my chair. Lubu.
Lobo's gonna move and then aqua bolt the spider clump.
Okay. 3 damage, and some of those spiders of that clump just drift away in a bubble of water. Clearly drowned and smashed.
Wash the spiders out.
Hi,
And
Lyra.
that's it.
Nuxie.
Ignore that roll. I just was trying to get the no damage on the saving throw.
Did you skip me?
Yeah,
Oh,
skip
sorry,
Topaz.
sorry, Topaz. Don't know how that happened.
Yeah, ignore my roll. It was just a tester.
So the spear comes down and finishes the last of the spider swarm. Congratulations, party.
Looking around suspiciously, waiting for another orc to make it all even. You'd have to have evil altar, orc, cat, more swarms, giant spiders. Was there a giant spider in here?
Yeah, you're standing on the corpse of a giant spider right now.
Yeah, that was a giant spider.
Nox is going to. I'm gonna go and see how many crossbolts I can get back.
Alright.
Does anything magical light up?
Oh, you got to took magic up. Let's see.
What the hell is this an altar to?
Roll a religion check. Nothing appears to be magical in this room.
What would I roll
Topaz,
for?
you look down at the altar and you suddenly recognize that the symbolism is to the goddess Loth, or Loth, or however you want to pronounce it, the spider goddess. The goddess of the drow.
Oh. Yeah, no. Bad. This is that dark queen of the dark elves. Land dark elves.
That would explain the ship.
No, it really, well, I mean, maybe, but none of this makes sense, really.
She's the queen of the spiders, right?
Right, I didn't think the drow were really that big into seafaring, though.
What about the orcs?
That's a really
The orc leading it. They don't really worship their god.
Well, orcs don't generally. They might be enslaved by drow.
Well,
Anyway,
Need
it doesn't
me.
matter. They're all dead.
You start hearing
Food for
another
octopus.
tapping, and the ship rocks slightly. Everybody roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit, we need to go. God damn it!
I'm sorry for laughing. Just
Dread
fact
stays
that the
on her
monk-
feet. Topaz just falls over.
I fall down the stairwell. Damn it!
Now you fell next to the altar. One hand kind of reaches up and smashes into the altar, and you hear a bit of a tinkling noise as you accidentally dislodge a small sack that contains
Oh,
a bunch of rubies.
oh,
10 of them, in fact.
okay. Thought I activated the summoning of the dead god.
Noxie jumps to catch the rubies.
Noxie,
Not to-
you look in the bag, you see the 10 rubies, and you know they're each worth 100 gold.
Ooh. Hand this to Dovin.
Hey, Noxie.
Got it.
Noxie, it's up
Noxie.
to you.
If I could just get a quick hand? Back in my time, spider silk fetched a fair price, and there's a few more sacks I'd like to get from the demon room.
We need to leave. Did you feel that shake? That was the octopus getting ready to eat the ship.
All
I
right.
agree with Topaz.
Grabs a fistful of spiders and runs over and throws them over to the giant octopus.
There's now
What did I have to
two
roll
big
for the
tentacles
crossbow?
up there. Oh, sorry. How many crossbolts did you use?
3.
So roll me a 1d4. You find 2 of them. Still intact. Still
Cool.
usable. The third has broken, unfortunately. Lobu, at the time you get out there, you see that a second tentacle has reached over the ship and is, almost touching this side. And the mouth is a lot closer. And you hear a bit in Aquan saying, I am getting ready to eat sorry. I am getting ready to crunch my way through this driftwood to get at the sustenance that's inside.
Let's go.
That
It just
sounds-
said it wants to make the ship into a breakfast snack.
All right.
That sounds great, man. Just give me like 1 minute while everybody gets off the ship.
Best hurry, or I will be eating them as well.
All right, everybody, it's definitely go time.
Going over the
Get me in
side.
down.
Alrighty.
Dread,
Dread, you coming or?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
cool.
come.
Just making sure. Yep. Yeah. So let's see. Back to here, I think. Yeah, there we go. So you're now back into the dinghy, and you have your prize from that ship.
Oh, that was
Let's
unexpected.
And
Oh,
as you
shit.
start rowing away again, you look back and you're hearing more crooking and cracking noises as the octopus is now wrapping itself around the Emperor of Waves and is beginning to drag it under the water.
That is a sight to see, isn't it?
yeah, definitely. I hope that box we got is the thing we came for.
Oh, should we try and get it open?
Roll an investigation check.
Are you saying
Can I
for the person
assist?
trying to open it, or just
To
to look at it?
anybody who wants to look at the box.
I would like to assist Dovin.
You start running. Sorry, I was get Devin. Yeah, you start running your hands all along the box. It's a nice blue metal box, and you know from your investigation of it earlier from Detect Magic that it is magically enhanced. It is not at all rusty, and it's made of iron. But you turn it around, slowly, with the help of your companions. You turn it this way, and upside down and all sides, running your fingers along everything, and you find no seam, no lock, no latch. As far as you can tell, this is almost a solid thing of metal, except you can hear that it's hollow and has something inside of it. You hear things shifting in there when you move the box. But you have no way of knowing how this opens. The only thing that occurs to you is there must be some kind of magical lock.
Noxie just knocks on it.
Well, I have Dispel Magic. Do we think... But I don't want to destroy it.
If you give me a week, I can bust it open.
Let's get out of the water first.
We're right next to an island, right?
Yes, and around the corner is your ship. The
Now, if I may, before we continue further. Oh, whoops! I misclicked. Sorry. A couple.
Cool, you
a
have
couple-
Revivify. That's useful. As long as you have,
Yeah,
as long as you have the
that's-
diamonds.
We have one diamond.
Good.
I think. I kind of had a panic attack last time we mentioned diamond. I don't know who has the diamond, by the way. Just saying.
We put it
But
in the building.
I don't know where the diamond is, so nobody
You
died.
should have it.
My character had a freak out and left the building when I saw a diamond. So I don't know who has it, straight up.
I pull it out of the bag of holding and give it to you.
Okay, so I now have a diamond. But what I was going to say is, a couple of us look beat up. Do I need to heal your wounds?
Probably, since that box is probably full of spiders.
All right, then I will go ahead and let's see, what is this? D8. I will go ahead and cast Prayer of Healing at 3rd level. Give me just a moment. 1, 2, 3. So Lobu, Thalia, Dovin, Volin, Dread, and myself get 13 healing.
Nice.
It's 20.
Yep, it's actually 20. That's even better.
Wait, why 20?
I'm not in it.
7 and 13.
Oh, and actually, they also get.
Lobu is completely unharmed. Noxie is completely unharmed. Topaz has a tiny cut. Thalia looked like he was the most hurt. Dovin, Volin, and you, Cogsworth, are still hurt.
Also, quick thing, I have. There's another part of Cleric where I believe it's an extra little smidge of healing. So I'll give you guys that number in a moment. Please continue.
But at the moment, only Thalia, Cogsworth, Dovin, and Volin are hurt.
I can heal up to 6 people.
Do we really want to take this to the island?
So everyone just regained a 2 plus the spell's level in addition. So an extra 5 healing.
5 healing? Got it.
Yep.
I was just moving everybody to that side that was still hurt. Alright, Thalia's looking a lot better.
Thanks, Cogsworth.
Of course.
So, where you guys wish to go is up to you. You can go to the island, you can head back to your ship.
I think Topaz is right. We should probably not head to the island yet. As far as we know, it's filled with undead.
Yes, we should rest first, I believe.
100%
Agreed.
agree.
Everybody in the ship can roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah,
I've actually been
as
rolling well
Volin
today.
says something about, the undead, most of you kind of see dancing lights somewhere into the darkened forest of the island.
Yeah,
kind of
that's
knows
what I
from your
saw
professional-
before.
Dread, you kind of already know what's going on at the island. You don't need to see it. You
Yes.
need to know.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the island?
There, with will-o'-the-wisps or something there.
Knowing what we know about Wolf's presence, does that recontextualize that at all? Like, do we think that those are somehow related to dark elves or anything?
Uh, actually, considering that you saw not a dark elf, but a half orc on the ship, you wouldn't have any idea if there's dark elves or not on that island.
Now, something I must ask. Given my oath, I can't think of a better word at the moment. I have no problem if we cleanse this island of whatever evil may be on it. But do we know what is truly happening on that island? Is it evil?
I was told that there is an evil undead presence that needs to be removed.
Interesting. So I'm not the only one that hears voices. Makes me feel better.
I smile and say, no, you're not.
And just letting you guys know, like out of character, Fumble is just exhausted because of all the stuff going on. So she went to bed, but she did want to play.
Yeah,
She's just not up to it.
it's okay. I hope she'll feel better soon.
Yeah, hope
We're-
same.
We're already late for our war with Sahagin.
Let's head back to the ship first, and we can discuss what we want to do next. I know, Dread, we talked about maybe checking out what's on that island, so... But I do understand your point about the Sog and Topaz.
Alright.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan, Captain. Let's
Crunch,
go.
crunch, crash. There's
Oh.
a bit of a wave, pushing your ship on a bit, your little dinghy on a bit towards your own ship, as the octopus drags the Emperor of the Waves under the water.
And I would actually like, while we're going back, I would like to hand the necklace and the earrings to Dovin and ask if he could assist me with what their purpose might be.
Oh, take a look. Are they magical?
No, they are not.
These are for making yourself look nice.
Interesting.
And Noxie, since you have that sort of keen sense, and it's easy just to tell somebody what's on them, those items. Let's see, where is it? Keep pushing back and forth. Okay. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
You're good.
Here we go. The gold earrings you think are worth around 200 gold, and the
Wow.
vine necklace with the amethyst you think is worth about 250 gold.
Jeez. Okay.
You
Okay,
got a good haul off this island.
If I may keep these for now, just try and earn some money back to pay you guys. I may
Sure,
be able
you
to
can
buy
keep
some
them.
I may be able to buy some supplies as well and start brewing like I used to.
Speaking of distributing loot, did find
yeah.
some neat things.
Yes, we
As
did.
did I.
But this box, so
Yeah,
What do you- dispel magic on it, or what? Is it magic holding it shut?
so I'm saying I could, just based on my history, my knowledge of magic in the library and stuff, what do I think casting Dispel Magic on this box might do?
Let me find out. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure there's a provision somewhere about that.
Tempting to open this box with magic will cause a temporal anomaly rift in our hole in space-time continuum, sucking in everything within 50 miles.
Alright, so roll me an Arcana check.
Shit.
You're not sure. You're kind of unfamiliar with this kind of box. And roll me a history check.
Rolling aces.
Yeah.
Well,
You really don't have any good information on this. On this, you might be able to open it with some kind of dispel magic, but other than that, you have no idea.
Dispel magic kind of shot in the dark. So if anybody else has any ideas before that,
I got a
should
good
try those.
idea.
I could try and
Oh,
take a look at it.
okay.
There's my glasses, little
Knock-
guy. Okay, Libu, with that, yeah, Volan, you go to attack it, and your axe just kind of bounces off of it. And by the way, you wouldn't be raging anymore unless you decided to re-up your rage.
Right.
Okay, Libu, you kind of like stare at the box for a bit, and it's like, maybe some kind of password would open it.
Ooh.
If I may,
Go ahead.
is there any inscription on the amulet?
On the amulet, which one?
Yes, the purple one, the only one that I know of.
Oh,
at the moment.
the one that you got. No, there doesn't appear to be
Yeah.
any significance about the amulet other than it is
All right.
pretty and it is probably worth money.
Now, please continue, Lobu.
I think there might be some sort of password on this thing. Thalia, did you say you know anything about the folks who might have owned these documents?
Yeah, from what I understand, a very wealthy businessman named Obrek wants them back, and he's willing to pay 10% of what they're worth to get them back. I was originally thinking that maybe it'd be possible to. He smiles a bit. Well, maybe make off with the documents, but seeing that there's no actual lock on it, I think it's a fair bet that we can probably just, go to him with this intact and try to get the 10% finder's fee.
Well, I think we'll probably be trying to get the password off him, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
The box itself doesn't have any writing anywhere on it, does it?
Just an A.
Noxie kicks the box.
Roll an attack. Your foot hurts a little bit, but nothing else seems to be accomplished doing that. And at this point, I would also very much like to take a 5-minute break so we can go to the bathrooms and such.
Okay.
Okay.
Works in Breath in the Wild when you kick a chest.
Well, you gotta kick it on the front.
You can kick it from anywhere in Breath of the Wild.
I don't recall it working when you kick it from the back.
So do I just cast detect magic or dispel magic on it? Do I just do it?
Worth a
I'd
shot.
say go for it if you have the spell slot and you're willing to use it.
I have one more level 3, so depending on what we're doing the rest of the day.
Well, it's nighttime right now, though, right?
Is it nighttime? I have no
Yeah.
idea.
I think it was. She says. Grizz was talking about it's dark and we could see the light again.
Sorry, I looked at my
Oh,
phone.
true.
I'm back.
If that's
What'd I
the
miss?
case, we could probably take a long risk. We're talking about what we want to do next because Dovin is thinking about casting the spell magic, but maybe not using all the spell slots if we're going to do more.
Are you saying you're doing what?
Casting dispel magic on the box, the chest.
I mean, mind you, I am okay to continue adventuring if the need arises, because I still have a wonderful amount of spell slots. I have 2 level 3s, a level 4, or 4 level 4s, and 3 level 3s, or 3 level 2s rather. So I'm quite good.
If it's an option to sleep, I'd like to sleep, just because my spell selection kind of sucks.
Do you need to to reselect?
Hmm?
Do you need to reselect?
Reselect?
Select.
Yes, I would like to reselect, yeah.
Ah. What just happened over there?
I just heard a loud. So, what other things did you get? Since I was, as a player, was AFK when you guys
I
went over.
have returned.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I think everybody's here.
So, Grizz.
Yes.
Just because I had to dip out real quick to check on Fumble. What was all the other stuff that you guys got? Sound like you guys are starting to go into the other loot.
What did you guys pick up? What would you like to inform Cogsworth about?
Oh, I guess Noxie and I are gonna go through and, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Dispel Magic on the box.
All right. There isn't actually a provision for that in this book. You have to meet a certain DC. So make your roll.
So what is this, a wisdom roll?
I believe so. And remember, not 20 is not an automatic here. As you go to cast the spell, you get the sensation that it is way above your magic ability to dispel this on here. This is way too heavy of a magic spell cast on this box.
This is above my expertise.
You said there was writing on it, an A?
Just an A, yes.
Hmm.
Does the font or like way it's written like spark any historical significance or anything like that? Actually, I think you already made me roll a
I
history
made
check.
you roll a
So
history check and you didn't know anything about it.
yeah, never mind.
Abyss.
Lebu is currently making the most sense.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
what's his name?
He has the correct answer.
Yeah, I think that A stands for that fella who owns it.
The dead one?
No, I don't think he was on the ship. Abric Raylan, he's a merchant prince, and I think these are all his little documents and deeds and things.
Yeah, he wasn't on the ship. Dahlia agrees. Last I heard, he was out and oh, 1 second. Map. Need to look at my map. Come on, map. Spent yesterday night fixing up all this my campaign binder / world binder, just so I could find all this stuff. Last I heard, he's up in Madronis.
Which means, if y'all are willing to follow me on this one, we should probably eventually make a reproduction of this box. Get him to say his password in front of it, and then use it to open the box ourselves. But that's just what I was thinking.
I'd rather not risk making enemies in high places.
That's the best place to have enemies.
Agreed, Lobu.
The ones that can afford assassins.
I think we can take a few assassins. Did you see how many spiders we killed?
Assassins have the best swords.
I don't use sword.
You're missing out, man. Let me tell you, you should switch over to swords. They're great.
And if they're paid in advance, we get to pay.
If they carry it on them.
So what we're suggesting is that we find a way to get someone to hire assassins to kill us. We kill the assassins and we take their money.
Exactly.
This sounds like a really good plan.
I'd rather just get the pay personally. But I am not the captain.
Sometimes the most straightforward way is usually the best. Sometimes the most straightforward way is the best way.
Okay,
Yeah,
all the buzz kills on that side of the ship, please.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying sometimes.
On which side of the ship?
I guess all this buzzkill stuff can wait for later. We should probably decide whether we're gonna go and smash up all the evil that's on that island.
So if we rested yet, or are we deciding before we rest?
I would appreciate a rest, but
Yes, I need.
Interesting.
Well, if we're not
Yeah.
gonna go to the island and we're just gonna leave, then we don't.
No, we
really-
should just leave. We have nothing more to do here. If that island's full of ghosts, we're biting off another battle.
But what if
We
they're
don't
worse? What if they're worse than the Sahug in time? What if I was warned for a specific reason while we are here?
What do you mean?
I was warned that we must eliminate the undead here. What if I was warned that it should be while we are here?
I'm not sure I follow you.
He's saying he was. Dread is saying that she was warned. What if she was warned for a specific reason?
Warned by who?
By essentially my god, through my companion, through Sal.
She has a companion?
I have someone who speaks to me all the time from Sal. Not from Sal, but her name is Sal.
Interesting.
Can you ask her now?
Actually, is there a way I can contact her, or is it always her that contacts me?
Sure, you can contact her.
Okay, so I'll try. I look around and say, Sal.
The rest of you just see Dread's eyes go black for a minute.
Now they're one.
Okay, so the area around you suddenly drops away in its familiar way. Everybody but the shadow becoming trans sorry, my brain is not getting the word out right. But they all look see-through and ghost-like, except for the well, not exactly. It's more transparent, but with a kick. I forget. It's another one that's T.
Translucent.
Let's just go with that. That sounds better than I think what I was trying to come up with.
Okay.
But,
Anyway.
But the familiar shadowy form of Cell stands there before you, kind of amid your companions. You seem to be having difficulty persuading them.
Yes. How important is it we do it while we're here now? Can we come back?
I'm afraid time is of the essence on this one. I believe that the primary threat, the one that is looking to spread, is going to be leaving this place and going I'm not sure how to get to soon, I believe. Probably within the next day or two.
Can I handle it all alone, or do I need their help?
You will need your help. If you try to handle it alone, I will be seeing you on this side of things very soon.
All right, thank you, Sal.
Please, I know that they might try to tell you that they must leave, maybe because they're afraid, but
They think this is Sahog and a greater threat, but from your words, they are not.
yes, I believe that if they do not deal with this when they have the chance, that things in this world will get a lot darker soon.
We won't be able to contain it later. Is that true?
Yes. At least this way, we should know what's going on. We will hopefully be able to stop at least some of it, or at least understand more of it. I sense this. She reaches out and takes her hands with your hands and pats them gently. It's like it's just kind of a weird cold sensation, but it's like this does feel like there's something there touching you.
Yeah.
And then you come back to your companions.
Mm.
As before her eyes return to normal, you see her hands lift up for just one moment, as if she's touching somebody else's hands. And then her eyes return to whatever normal color they usually are.
It's important that we eliminate it now, or it could spread and be unbeatable later.
It? What is it?
We don't know. I don't know until we see it.
Thought you were talking with a god.
I was talking to her voice, the one that always speaks to me.
Yeah, she couldn't have said what it is.
She doesn't know what it is either.
She's a god. Okay, never mind.
Topaz, cut her some slack.
We'll help you, Dread. Besides, we've been itching for a ghost hunt.
kind of laugh and say, what if it's not ghosts? What if it's worse? What if it's a lich?
That's just
Well,
a big ghost, so we got it.
I mean, it has to be ghosts at this point.
It
Like
has to be ghost.
we've been wrong too many times.
How's it going to spread? It's on an island.
Ghosts can fly.
Yes, maybe they have their own ship in the island. Who knows? I just know exactly ghost ship.
Noxie holds a sign. We can beat a lich, and lich is spelled Litch.
Why don't we mount a scouting expedition and go see what there is to be seen before we decide we're going to fight it?
I have to fight it if we go.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can it wait until the morning?
Oh, we can rest, yes, but we have to go as soon as possible.
Well, then let's. I mean, unless do you want to do a scouting tonight?
I'm not good at scouting.
Well, at the moment, it is still midday.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
Because if I recall right, you went to the Emperor of Waves in the morning. You only spent about an hour there before the octopus crunched down on it.
Yeah, so we want to rest now and go at night so we have maximum ghostage.
I know you're being sarcastic, Topaz, but I honestly think that's the best,
I knew you'd fucking
the
say
best
that.
idea you've ever.
and we have some people that are very good in the dark, and I
I
sort of
know
think
we
of
do.
Noxie
Not
and
me.
Topaz, yeah,
Damn
like
right we
that.
Topaz.
That sort of is to our advantage. Cogsworth, can you see in the dark?
I cannot.
Hmm.
I can cast light, but
should see
anyone
Vulin
standing
in the
near me will
dark,
not be
mad
hiding very
skills.
well.
Noxie holds up a sign. Have you tried squinting really hard?
Well, I'm going to go meditate a while and try to get myself centered again if we're going to go do this tonight.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll go ahead and take a rest too.
Now,
I'll go
are
rest.
you guys planning on a long rest or just a short rest?
I need a long rest.
Okay. You will be allowed to do that.
Oh, do we want to do the dumb bird thing?
Dumb bird thing.
Yeah, so we have this really awesome magic item that we just haven't used yet, where we get to summon a bird friend that I think just lasts until they die.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I remember where you. I sort of remember where you got that from. I'm trying to remember how long it lasts.
We got it from Thousand Teeth.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if it has
It's
some
claws.
special thingamajiggy on it. I think you're right that it just lasts until it dies, but it could also just last an hour. Let me double check.
I'm back. Sorry, my internet just went out.
That's okay.
We're
Max, I need
talking
to be able
about
to read.
A bird friend.
Oh, I love you too, my sweet boy. Little guy is laying on me. You can probably hear him. Let me find the text on that bird friend because I think it's just a quail feather, which is in the the guide, Dungeon Master's Guide.
Mm-hmm.
Little guy's no longer laying on me. Yay! I love him, but he likes to curl up, and I can't reach for anything when he does that. Let's see if I can find the item.
Oh, I think I found it.
All right.
It's a feather token.
Oh, I just found it myself. For the bird, you can use an action to toss the token 5 feet into the air. The token disappears, and an enormous multicolored bird takes its place. But it obeys your simple commands and can't attack. It can carry up to 500 pounds while flying at its maximum speed. The bird disappears after flying its maximum distance for a day, or if it drops, it's 0 hit points. So it can go 16 miles an hour for a maximum of 155 miles before it vanishes, or until it has 0 hit points left.
And what happens when it is done? Does it disappear, or does it turn back into a token that we can use again?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's a single-use effect. It says at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we don't want to use this on a message, but maybe we do. Maybe this is we use this amazing
It's
magic
rare,
item
but
on.
it's a single-use item. Yeah.
Or I can just cast. Wait, doesn't Cogworth have sending? Oh, the Cogworth probably has a
I have
that we
message.
want to talk to.
Though if you give me a moment, I can think to myself and see if I recall hearing about the sending spell. I can use it, but I do not have it at the moment.
Yeah. Also, you haven't met anyone.
It has to be to someone that I am familiar with.
Yeah. Okay, so the best I can do is tomorrow. After long rest, I can talk at someone in Saltmarsh. Should I do that?
Makes sense to me. At least they've got an idea of when we'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll do that. I'll do that in the morning.
Yes, just to make sure we're not sailing back to a smoking ruin.
All right. Well, everybody, stay out of my room. I'm doing nothing important. Please don't come into my room. Okay. Ooh.
Is there anything you guys any of you wish to do before your long rest?
Eavesdrop.
I'm going to see about taking a snip of that silk and see if I can possibly break it down into like almost like a glue, like I could splash down and make like a little bit sticky patch
Okay.
to trap someone.
Well, that sounds good. Let's see. It's probably going to.
Like if I could break down the adhesive
Yeah.
of the
So you are proficient with alchemy, herbalism. What's your proficiency?
the herbalism kit.
Okay, it's not an alchemy kit though. That's a herbalism kit, so that's geared towards things using plants, and this is not a plant. And I would go with either alchemy or tinkering of some kind. So you can use herbalism, but it'd be a disadvantage because it's not exactly the same thing.
Okay. Would I still get any kind of
Yeah, you'd use your intelligence on that one, but
Okay.
your use of the kit is a disadvantage because it's not exactly the right
Okay.
materials for that.
Okay. 18.
Ooh.
That's still really good. So, even though you're not using the proper tools, you spend some time and you break down that silk and extract an adhesive patch, about 1 foot by 1 foot.
Okay.
You've also used up your entire bundle of spider silk doing that.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
And what I was thinking was that this would be like, is it a liquid glue or a solid glue? Like, is it like
I thought you were
a
talking,
sheet of sticky
I thought you were
stuff?
talking about it
or
making a
is it-
sheet. So I said a square sheet of 1 foot by 1 foot.
Oh, I'm fine with it still being 1 foot by 1 foot, but I was thinking of like getting like almost like a liquid that I could bottle and I could throw down like a little
that
vial.
would definitely need an alchemy kit to do. You don't have the proper
Okay.
equipment with a herbalism kit.
Okay,
But you did.
then we can retcon and say just none of that happened.
Okay, so you
but
still have your spider
it's up to you.
silk. So while you're like staring at the spider silk, thinking about what you would do if you had an alchemy kit, Noxie, what are you trying to do?
Eavesdrop.
Lubu, are you talking or making noises at all?
Well, maybe not. I don't know. The second I get behind my door and close it, though, I'm pulling out that obviously haunted doll that I said I threw away but didn't.
Nice. Nice.
Is this a window here?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Libby,
Uh,
I'm gonna have you roll a wisdom saving throw then, just for funsies. Okay. What is everyone else doing at the moment?
Be asleep.
Okay. You are sleeping. Dovin, what are you doing?
I went to sleep. I left Callie on the deck. She'll come join me when she gets tired.
It's down there. Cogsworth is there. So I would like both Noxie and Topaz to roll perception checks. Alright, and I'm going to take Libu into Whispers. Oops. Alright. So you take out the doll. You hear like a faint jingling as you're holding it. Its colors are faded, but the entire body of it looks very colorful. And the hat, you see like various shades of faded pink and blue in the three thing hat with the little bells at the end. And you're just gonna stare at it and you feel transfixed. And what?
Oh, I was just. I thought you were done for a second. I was wanting to like slowly peel away the seaweed that was wrapped around it.
Alright. You pull that off, and it's still very dull, as if it's been, like, waterlogged and sun-baked for some time. But, like, you're staring at it, and it's almost like it's winking at you. It's weird.
I wink back. I'm like, were you trying to talk to me earlier?
You hear a soft voice in your head. Hello, friend.
Oh, that's not the voice I expected you to have. Hi.
What were you expecting?
I guess I thought you'd have like I'm a demon from the bowels of hell sort of
I'm
voice.
neither demon nor devil. Don't worry about that.
That totally relieves me completely. You seem totally all right. So
Why do you
do
think
you
that I'm a demon all of a sudden? What? Is it my clothes?
well
What?
yeah. Well, you give off a real creepy vibe, fella. But so do I. So I don't know. Are you just a living doll, or are you trapped in there, or what?
I'm very much trapped. Oh my, yes, trapped a long time. Trapped.
Oh, we like to laugh.
I bet you like to laugh too, don't you? I recognize
Oh yeah,
your type.
definitely.
A lot like me, except you have a master. It. But the master didn't create you. No. Your master did not create you. No.
It's very disarming that you know I have a master. Very disarming. Who's your master?
Oh, they're long dead. I don't really remember their names. But they're long dead. Long dead. Very dangerous place. Yes. Yes, my little friend. Yes, very dangerous now, isn't it? Yes. The darkness here in this island. Those of death who follow the serpents. Yes, they've been visiting here. Nasty things, cold, dead, but they move. Yes.
Oh boy. You know about the zombies that we're gonna fight on this island?
Zombies. Oh, you wish it was the zombies.
Oh well.
Don't you?
All
Don't
right.
you? Yes, yes. Oh, it's
You
zombies are just the things that they no longer bother to control. They patrol the island, I think. Except, of course, there are still wandering spirits who are trapped here on this plane because of all of the corruption. Yes, yes, corruption. Oh, isn't that a
Oh.
sight?
Oh my god, you gotta meet my friend Volan. She is gonna love you.
Maybe.
I cannot
maybe,
believe
maybe.
we've got ghosts.
Yes.
We've got ghosts.
There are ghosts. There are spirits. Many of them. And other nasty surprises, from what I understand. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Do you know if there's anything especially good and nice to have on the island? Anything that I might want?
Oh, yes, this island. Oh, it's ancient. Oh, the island of Ithos. Yes, ancient. Back,
Oh, I get it.
back during the, and it seems to whispering even in your mind, saying, and by the way, are you speaking all this out loud as you're talking to this doll?
Yeah, I think Lobu's too
So,
stupid to not
if
do
you don't
that.
mind, if you could whisper bits and pieces of your side of the conversation to Topaz and Noxie,
Yeah, for sure.
because I'm not going to remember what the hell you're saying. They don't hear the other side because it's just all in your head, but they would definitely be hearing you talking. But then it says, yes, ancient times. Ooh, what was it? Oh, what you call 1,000 years ago, something like that. The Scarlet Imperium. Oh yes, they were here. They were here. They had a transportation network. This was one of their outposts to watch over the nearby kingdom of And the GM is forgetting how to pronounce that stupid place. But that place you were at, the stupid shrine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the thing in your head says the name perfectly. GM cannot pronounce it.
Works.
But yes, they were there. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. And then they lost
Does
their
that,
empire and lost the transportation network and forgot about it. Oh, but yes, they're reawakening now. It's only a matter of time seeing if it's the red, the black, or the green that get to it first. And let me tell you, the green and the black are working together so far. They don't want the red in here.
Do you know if those the transportation system was that a teleportation circle?
Oh yes, teleportation circle in various towers, each with a different sigil. And once they're reactivated, you can transport to one place to another, quick as a flick as a flash. They've already hooked up several. They're getting to this one now. Soon they'll be able to move from here to there to back again, all the way across the continents. They might even be able to find a short-crossed mist veil like this and get to the old water temple. Oh, won't that be fun? The Shadow Prince is there right now. Won't that be fun? Won't that be fun? Won't that be fun, fun, fun?
You have given me a lot to think about, and we are now best friends.
Oh, I'm so
Um,
happy we're best friends. Yes.
I think you and I are cut from the same cloth. And then Lobu's gonna try and cast mending on him to try and like
Mending on the doll.
buff him up a little. Yeah.
Ooh, excellent. So you cast mending, and the colors suddenly become very vibrant. And let me grab my book, see what the colors scheme exactly is. I know I redrew that. There we go. So the cap on this thing's head, on this doll's head, is alternating patterns of pink and blue. It's the three prong. It appears to have blonde hair, kind of like sticking here and there, and the face is perfectly white, except that there are two kind of jutting eye makeup bits. That's one pink and one blue, and a made-up smiling face done in red. Um, the clothing, however, the clothing. Every time you look away from the other parts of the clothing, the hat and the face, they all stay the same. The clothing, every time you look away, there are many different patches on the clothing. Each of them is a different color. And every time you look away and look back at it, or blink, the colors have changed.
So creepy.
It's like the boots are two different colors. They've got different patterns on them. It's not a kaleidoscope. It's more like a patchwork with different colors in each panel, but it's a different color each time you look away. And it's all nice and vibrant now. And the little little bells at the end of each of the points of the hat, the three bells, are like jingling nice and loud. And I'm going to cut over to everybody else.
Yes, my Sunday game is the Storm King's Thunder, and I'm
back.
we're so far away.
Hey, Grizz.
Hey guys, Topaz, Noxie, did Lobu whisper things to you like I told him to?
No.
Guess he forgot. So you basically heard him talking to somebody in there. You didn't hear anybody talking back. He was laughing, saying a lot of weird stuff. Eventually he ended with, "We're gonna be best friends, aren't we?" Or something to that effect. And then you start hearing this weird jingling noise.
Extreme worry.
What would you like to do?
Jingling? What do you mean?
Jingle, jingle,
Coins
jingle.
or-
No, it's like little bells. Jingle, 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 jingle.
All right,
Like three of them.
I'm going up. I'm going up here, and I'm gonna climb down and like look through
All
the
right.
window here.
Oh, sorry. You have the climbing feat, right? The second
No,
story work.
I just have the second story work. It doesn't give me a climbing
Advantage
speed.
then,
It just
doesn't
makes
it?
it. No, it just makes it so that I climb. Like it doesn't hinder my speed at all.
Okay, so roll me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics?
Yeah,
Okay.
since you don't have a rope here, you're just climbing down the side. Okay, you're fine. So you climb in, you look in the window, and you see that Lobu is staring at a
Damn.
doll. It now looks. You saw it briefly at one point, and it was all dull and wrapped in seaweed. Now it's perfect, and it's perfectly vibrant again. And it's got a three-pronged hat. It's a small doll, but each of the prongs on the hat, those three of them, have a bell at the end of it. The hat itself is colored pink and blue in alternating patterns, and it's got a bunch of strange clothing that look like a mishmash of colors in different panels. And every time you blink, you swear each of the panels change color to a different color, as if the colors don't stay fixed.
If Noxie could yell, "What the fuck?" That's what you would hear.
Holds up a sign for no one in general. What the fuck?
Just like the coyote in the Roadrunner cartoons.
Just looks at the camera.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb back up. I'm going to show a sign to Topaz. He's got the doll.
Did we all know about the doll? I don't recall anything about a
If
doll.
you don't remember about the doll, you probably didn't know about it at the time. I think only one or two people saw him with the doll before.
What doll? What do you mean doll?
He fished up a doll.
Okay, now he's playing with it.
It moved on its own.
Are you serious?
She nods.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get Dovin. I'll
I'm
be
telling
back.
Captain.
Going to quietly knock on Dovin's door.
I'm slamming on Volan's door, like knock, 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 knock.
What's up?
Okay. Weird question. Did you know anything about Lobu and a doll?
I show Lobu's got the doll to Volan.
I
He's talking to it.
don't think I know anything about a
I
doll.
thought he threw that shit
I didn't know
overboard.
anything about a
Is
doll
everything else-
either, but Noxie says he dredged it up from his fishing, and that now he's playing with it, and it's moving
Oh.
on its own.
Hmm.
I'm prone to
Well,
believe
that could-
Noxie. She climbed around and looked in his window just now.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of get up and walk. Does he know that we know?
I don't know. I didn't even know that he had this thing.
Do
Do I
you?
hear
I'm
this?
gonna say this quietly to
Cogsworth, since
Volan,
you're
like,
standing
do
there in the
you-
middle of the top deck, yes, you do hear this.
Do you know what's going on, Volan?
Lobu fished up a doll and he showed me it, and I thought he threw it overboard, but obviously not. And I'm gonna start banging on the door. Lobu, open up.
Lobu, you hear Volan banging on your door, yelling for you to open up.
I'm sleeping.
Really?
None of us believe you. Open the door, please.
Loba's gonna try and find a spot to hide
Sleight of hand.
his new friend.
Sleight of hand. All right. You stuff the doll down somewhere.
And then I'll open the door. Why, Captain, what brings you here this evening?
Lobu, where is it?
What do you mean?
Oh, this is
Come,
such bullshit.
sit down on a hammock here. Let's have a good long talk, Cap.
Oh god.
I'm gonna peer in. Do I see the doll?
Roll a perception check.
Can I also
I would
look?
like to assist.
Yeah, let's all have a nice long talk.
I'm actually, because I got nothing to do with my spell slot, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Enhance Ability for Wisdom on myself.
I was
Just
about
so
to do
everything-
just that.
Yeah, everything Wisdom is.
Right, then I will assist Volan.
All right. Still perception check from the doorway.
Oxy's just hiding behind the mast.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're both actually meeting the DC of the challenge on this based on his sleight of hand. The both of you look around briefly, and you notice a pile of clothing, rags, blankets in a corner, and you notice a tiny little bell sticking out of the underneath of it. It's barely visible, and if you hadn't heard that, the clinking sound or the bell sound earlier, actually you guys hadn't heard it, but I mean, one of you saw the doll, so you probably saw that they had bells on it. You would have completely overlooked it. So that means Volan would be the one to have noticed it.
Yeah,
Lobu, are you
Lobu, let's
okay?
have a talk. Let me move in. I'm gonna move over directly to where it is. I'm just gonna grab it and lift it up above my.
All right. You see a very colorful doll with a pink and blue hat that has bells on it. 3 of them, each on a different end of the hat. And the rest of its clothing is just a mishmash of colors of all different types and all different color in each panel. And every time every time the doll seems to be unseen for just a moment, the colors are at a different panel.
What about for me?
If you're just
Is it just when I turn around?
yeah, you see the doll too. Cogsworth, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. 22.
It's weird. For just a moment, you think you might have seen something like this once, but you can't remember what the circumstances was, how long ago that was, or what happened. You just have a funny feeling of deja vu, even though you're a warforged.
Something's up with this doll and I don't like it.
I could explain. I mean, like, kind of. Though, Captain, I wouldn't suggest touching him.
Why?
He is gross.
What do you mean he's gross?
He's my
Volan's
friend,
currently holding
but he's
it.
also a little gross.
Lobu, tell
I
me why
hold
it's
the
gross.
bag of holding open to Volan.
I mean, you're gonna put him in there with all our nice things.
Lobu, tell us why we shouldn't put it in there.
He
Is he under the
talks.
effects of a charm or something?
Yeah,
Oh.
does
Roll
he,
insight.
can I do it? Yeah.
I would like to assist on that insight. Topaz.
Insight is unfortunately individual in this case.
Oh, okay, then I will just insight myself.
Dovin, this is especially important for you. He doesn't appear to be charmed per se, not a spell effect. However, he is clearly just in the more psychological sense, enraptured, charmed, or delighted in this doll.
He makes me feel things, Dovin.
Is that why it's dirty? Lobu, what's wrong?
Oh, I hate this.
Lobu.
He's
I think
teaching
we
me
need
about.
faith.
He's Dovin. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes right now.
I
That
am.
doll is teaching. That doll is teaching me about history. I grabbed the sides of Dovin's face. He's telling me all sorts of stuff. He's telling me about the Scarlet Imperium. He told me that this island is named Ethos, and Dovin. There are towers on this island and many others that have teleportation circles in them. Isn't that cool?
That is very cool, but
Dovin, history
you've never
check.
given it.
Does any of this ring a bell to me?
Cogsworth, history check.
Okay. I keep rolling shitty on these.
Dovin.
Let's hope I roll well.
As soon as he said Scarlet
Shit.
Imperium, you're thinking back to, about the, way back before Keeland was formed, and the calendar up here in the north, and Meeg was, given a reformat. Back in what you know of the Eberus, calendar, was the year. Hold on, let me grab my notes to get the exact year out.
That's super important.
Yeah, the year the year 1020 of the Emperor's calendar, and of course this year is 2118 of the Emperor's calendar. Is the year that the Scarlet Imperium essentially collapsed under its own weight. That something terrible happened inside the Empire. There are plenty of rumors about what caused that. And the Empire itself just collapsed into disarray, into a lot of fighting, and apparently, whatever it had going for itself, just kind of vanished. You kind of get this remembrance of in one of your books something about a transport system, but that the codes or whatever was needed, the sigils, were completely lost in the fighting. That whoever was in charge of the Empire essentially shut the entire network down to try to forestall what was happening. But the entire empire itself just collapsed under some kind of pressure, under the weight, under wars. It's debated about what exactly happened. In fact, one theory that you read because of your 24 history check is that a very special artifact, some kind of book, was stolen from the Royal Imperial Magic Palace, because the Scarlet Imperium was a magical empire. It was formed from the dregs and the Arcana branch of the Milam Empire, and I said it collapsed in the year 1020, and all that. So it's over 1,000 years ago. You know that one of the rumors was that there was this special book, some sort of grimoire, was stolen from the Imperial Library of the palace itself. Some sort of special under lock and key, nobody should touch this book because it's evil, but we can't destroy it, sort of thing. And there was just all sorts of bad stuff that was happening that same year. It's the same year, and you remember this well. It's the same year that the temples of the divine light all went offline. That and the supposed this some weird shit happened. And the supposed rising of the angel of the divine. Um, you just remember all these weird connections from your history books that you always wondered if like were these events connected to each other somehow, and also some kind of demon uprising in Eberus in the Underdark. All of this happening at the same time, and weird armies of the undead that kind of spread about in various places along Meeg, even mostly to the south, mostly like from Exodore, whose capital is Glamourpool, up to the north. Supposedly something happened at the Silverwing Mountains. This is in the days before the. Hold on, need to change to a different map because I'm looking at the map from 1,000 years ago. This is the days before the Argenium. I don't want to. Argenian Imperium, I think, is what I was calling it. Maybe I don't want to call it Dominion. I'm sometimes terrible with names of organizations. But before the Argenium, which is a collection of hobgoblins, goblins, and bugbears formed to the southeast, just north of Exodore. And before the country of Terracor formed, which is an orcish land that also harbors goblins who fled from the Argenium Imperium. By the way, I believe Noxie's from that region.
I'm from Greyland.
Yeah, Greyland's the capital of Terracor. Yeah, it's just to the southwest of the Silverwing Mountains. And it's like all of these countries kind of formed in the wake of the destruction of the Scarlet Imperium. And all this happened at that time, and it's like, a lot of this might have happened because, collapsing transportation network, all these events just kind of correlate, coming together, forming what you now know of as the world. It's like all of this just kind of reminded you as soon as Libu said that. It's like all of your history professor stuff just or history scholar stuff comes to the surface in that with that one thought.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
It was a 24 that I had to Discord all that information.
So
The
Lobu,
librarian.
he says all that stuff, and I freeze for a second as my brain just sort of flies through all that information, and then I'm like, that's incredibly interesting, but also you've never shown any interest in any of that stuff before. Why?
Exactly why it's super interesting. Also, Cogsworth, you, my friend, have there's also a teleportation circle on your island, and I think it was part of the same Imperium. And I feel like maybe this little guy is your cousin.
Doubtful.
He said he was.
I have an island.
The island we found you at.
That's my island.
You do realize he's mechanical, right?
Yeah, but little guy.
How's he going to have a cousin?
Well, I'm speaking metaphorically, Topaz.
You're speaking crazy, is what you're speaking.
Lobu, if you don't tell me why this doll is dirty.
All right, just cover his ears. Well, why don't you for a second?
That's not happening. Lobu, tell me why it's dirty.
Come on.
First of all, it's not a he, it's an it. This is a doll.
Well, all right. Well, look, Volan. He whispers, and he laughs, and he laughs a lot.
Volan, break it.
And it is spooky.
Does he seem cursed?
The doll or Lubu or both. Insight.
Both.
And
Curious
and
if the doll
Arcana.
is cursed as well.
And Arcana.
And both. Insight
Lubu
and Arcana?
does not seem cursed. The doll, however, especially given the shifting color patterns, you are 99.99% sure that the doll is something very special, something very magical, possibly a sentient artifact. Or something even more bizarre.
Oh. That doll is maybe not cursed, but
Super cool.
incredibly
Great and fun.
interesting.
If before
We
we
sh-
before we talk about destroying it, though, could we figure out what he was trying to say about me? I'm curious.
Yeah, what were we saying? Sorry, I was paying attention to the doll. Volan, can I see that?
Wait, I want to try something. I'm gonna flick it in the back of the head.
No.
Lovely. It's
mean-
not real. It's not. It's a doll.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna flick it again, and then I'm gonna give it to Dovin.
Make an attack roll, please, Vulin.
What, Lobu? What did it say about me?
Well, a little bit of this is me putting.
Also, for fun, roll
putting
wisdom
some-
saving throw, please, Vulin.
Oh no.
please just give me the doll. God damn it.
You see Volin's eyes roll up for a moment. I want you guys to finish what you're saying first, and then I'll go whisper to Volin for a minute.
Oh, great.
Lobu.
We see her eyes roll up in her head.
You'll see that as soon
Lobu?
as Lobu finishes saying something to Cogsworth.
Okay, Cogsworth, here's the deal. I don't know any of this for sure, but he says that he had makers that were destroyed a really long time ago. He said that the island we found you on was part of the teleportation network that also is connected here. You're very old and broken down.
Yes.
I assume that maybe you two came from the same culture. But I don't know that for
Doubtful.
sure.
And now I will whisper to Volin. Okay, so your eyes roll back, and you hear giggling. Oh, hello there. My, another one so soon.
Oh no! Oh no!
Ah, half orc. Nice, pretty and green. Ooh, and you have a thing with the sea elf, not the one I was talking to, but the other one. Oh, how
Oh, I don't
lovely,
like
lovely,
this
lovely,
at
lovely,
all.
lovely, lovely. Oh, another friend already. Or maybe not. You've been trying to hurt me, aren't you? Yes, you want to hurt me. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, and your lover is coming to your defense.
Uh-oh.
We shall see, we shall see. You attempt to grab it from her, but her hands are currently locked firmly around the doll. Back to Volin. Aw, she couldn't do it. Oh, poor sea elf, poor sea elf.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
What's not to like?
Why?
What's not to like? Are you from far away? Yes, you're from far away, aren't you? Yes, yes. You're from very far away. Very far away.
I think Topaz is punching me. Oh. Disadvantage. Damn.
Same. But the thing, you start hearing bells jingling, jingling, jingling,
Oh, and what's that? Why?
and you snap out of it.
Sounds pretty close.
Yeah, her body just instinctively dodged, even though she wasn't conscious of it. But her eyes roll back to normal, and she's still holding the doll.
Vaughn, please give me the doll.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, she just hands it over?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna like hold it to my chest and not look at it. Vaughn, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck does that mean? I'm rolling insight.
Volan, how about it?
It's certainly a talking doll, and that gross thing with the whispering, yeah, that's a thing.
Right? I told you.
Batshit insane, Lobu. And
Yeah,
it
but
knows a lot about me.
I think it
Okay.
knows a lot about a lot of people and
What the
things.
hell
and
is
everything.
that?
I'm going to put this away
Oh,
for now.
what?
We need to be very careful.
Noxie holds up a
Roland
sign.
doesn't seem affected by any like curse or anything, right? She seems the same
She
as
just
Lobo.
seems a bit shaken, yeah.
Noxie holds up a sign. It's haunted.
It's definitely haunted.
Oh, it's for sure haunted.
I don't know if that's technically true, but yes. We'll see. I'm gonna put it in the bag of. I'm gonna like. I want to look at it, but I don't want to look at it.
Okay, you're trying to put it in the bag of holding. Roll with
If that doll did anything to her, it's on you, Lobu.
roll a wisdom saving throw, please, Dovin.
Enhance ability doesn't give me advantage on that, right? No.
You're fine. You drop it into the bag of holding, and it vanishes inside.
Captain, did it tell you the most important thing?
What is the most important thing, Lobu?
Volan. There's actual ghosts on that island. We did it.
Lobu. It's been a long time coming, Lobu.
Hell yeah!
What are they doing? What are they referring to?
I'm gonna scoop Lobu up in a big hug.
What's going on?
It's our
been
time
itching for
now.
a ghost time. That's all.
Uh-huh.
Noxie puts up a holds up a sign. Ghost hunt? Question mark.
Better believe it.
You better believe you're about 2 seconds from dying. I'll kill you myself, Lobu, right here and now. Don't doubt it for a second.
Why?
I think they're okay, Topaz. We'll keep an eye on them.
Look back at Roland. Are you all right?
I'm fine, but I really don't want to take that doll out again. That thing is. It knows.
And it stays in the bag. And look back at Lobu. And I am totally not threatening it in the least. Apparently too distracted. But I say, don't go near that bag.
I think Lobu's too excited about ghost hunts, and he just like gets his lips pressed together, and he kind of like glares back at you.
That intimidation check, though.
Let's get out of here. We don't have
Okay.
time for this.
Yeah, let's go to bed. Okay, before I leave, does anybody else want to share any creepy dolls or talking friends they may have? Today I learned that our paladin talks to someone, and our friend has a doll they talk to, and anyone else? It's okay, I won't be mad. I just want to make sure everybody's okay.
I
You
I,
okay?
t- I talked to an ancient evil that lives beneath the sea.
Oh.
She gives me powers.
Oh.
That was the fucking best. I fucking love Lobo so much. Uh, I'm gonna do. Are you? Thank you for telling us.
We're just gonna leave
Are
it
you
at that.
okay?
That's it.
Lobo, are you okay?
I think I'm getting a real grip. I'm getting a real handle on it. She doesn't seem to really want that much.
Noxie holds up a sign. What does she want?
She just wants me to tell people about her. Random people that have nothing to do with us. That's fine.
What's her name?
The Sea Mother.
Did that ring any bells?
Let's see. Roll a history check.
I'm rolling one too.
I
I
want
don't
to.
know.
I
What
want
the
to
hell
use
are they
my
talking about?
inspiration because I would like to know.
I'm curious of this as well. I just can't roll well on history.
The worst part is you keep rolling that. Oh god, Dovin keeps rolling that 20s.
Yes.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Sea Mother. At first, you remember.
One second. Let me get notes because I'm gonna write stuff down. Okay, go.
At first, you recall, the name of a Sea Mother for the name of a goddess worshipped by the Kuatoa, I believe it's pronounced, deep in the Underdark. But you realize that's probably not what Libu's referring to. It's just maybe a coincidental name. And then you start remembering, oh yeah, wait a second, there was something else recently. Before you went on your adventures, um, there was somebody. Um, Remind me for a second, Devin. When did your wife die?
That's sort of nebulous. So let's see. How long have I been adventuring?
Because
Let's
I
say.
think that you were just like a brand new adventurer when you met up with Noxie at the port a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so probably no more than a month.
Okay.
I'd say I probably wandered for a couple weeks.
And how exactly? That's when you discovered that you were actually a druid. You just been living in a library all these years and hadn't, come into your powers yet.
Right. Well, so I came into my powers when I summoned Callie,
Yeah,
and I
because
sort
you
of
wanted
learned
a
from
friend.
her. So let's say that was 5 years ago. So let's say my wife died 6 or 7 years
Okay, so
ago.
years ago. Uh, how did she die? Was it a lingering illness or was it sudden?
I sort of left that open.
I keep picturing it as maybe a short lingering illness, like maybe what would be considered cancer these days, but most people in this sort of setting probably wouldn't know about it until it was like very advanced and just wasting away, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
general. So she would have been in like the equivalent of a hospital, some sort of medical center, and uh, we've never actually placed where you're from, have we?
No, we haven't.
I was picturing it because you hadn't been to Orin before, and you haven't been east to places like Telecrom or Argenium where you would have met goblins before. That you're probably from somewhere in the south, past the Felderbout Mountains, and came north through there. probably off the Sea of Good Promises. I'm thinking somewhere in the country of Delator, maybe all the way to the coastal city of Rivenwood.
Riven.
Rivenwood, I believe that's. I sometimes can't see my own writing on something, so yeah, it's definitely Rivenwood. Riven Wood.
Got it.
I'm looking at the two different maps that I have from two different time periods, and one of them has the writing a little bit clear. So I'm guessing you're probably from there, which is far to the south, which means that you may have actually traveled to Eberus before, which is across the Sea of Good Promises. The only way to get up to the Azure Gulf into Orin would be taking the road past the Felderbrat Mountains, because while there's a strait that goes between here and the area known as Chult, up to go to the north. It is called the Strait of Monsters for a reason. Think Scylla and Charybdis sort of monsters, or probably giant turtle, giant turtle dragons, and things like that, all through that strait, which pretty much destroys most boats. So, you were in the hospital, with your dying wife, and at some point you remember a group of sailors, very sick, who were brought into this hospital ward, and one of them was muttering something about the Sea Mother. And down under the waves, she was there. She told us if we served her, we might find salvation, might find life. I'm so sick. Ugh. And they were all dying of some kind of wasting disease, some kind of toxin that was in their system from something under the water. And you really weren't paying attention at the time because, again, you were attending your wife. And so this is the sort of thing that you just picked up subconsciously, and you're just kind of remembering hearing this stuff now. You're just being drawn back to that horrible time in the hospital. And you just, you remember seeing her there, and you just remember hearing those people talking behind you in another bed, and they're the toxins running through their system, some sort of infection. They were growing tentacles and stuff like that. And somebody whispered something about potentially exposure to a kraken. Did you get all that, Devin?
Yeah, writing it down.
Cool. Needed me to repeat anything?
We might need to go over where Dovin was from later on,
Okay.
but I got the important stuff about the Sea Mother.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you back to the group then.
Awesome.
Do that. We're winning this now. Hey, Grizz. I'm just telling him how we met the Bodak.
Oh, nice. Which time? Oh, crap.
So, everybody, you see Cloud go up to the window, look outside, and drop unconscious.
Ah,
At
that
0
one.
HP.
Yeah, Bodaks are nasty.
And then, yeah, on the last Saturday session with Grizz as DM, I played a Warlock for the first time, and good God, it was fun.
And I had a couple of Bodaks in the bottom of that warehouse.
Mhm.
And there were vampires spawned in the top. Well, in the
Yeah.
second floor anyway. They haven't gone to the third floor yet.
I
And
pushed
the party got split up, and one of them decided to go through the bottom of the warehouse, while the rest of them climbed in through the window on the second floor. And so he got waylaid by Bodaks.
Mm-hmm.
While the rest of the party was just dealing with vampires.
Yep. And I just got a bunch of environmental kills because I decided to go repelling blast on my
Yep.
Warlock.
And there was sunlight, and there was a dancing sword, and all sorts of good stuff.
Yep. I impaled one vampire spawn on a dancing sword, insta-killed one by having our dwarf friend get down on his knees behind the vampire spawn and tripping him over him into the sunlight.
It was great.
And then pushing the Bodak off the ledge and triggering an opportunity attack.
Yep.
It was fun. Oh, and I healed everybody. Because I was Celestial Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
I am kind of concerned, though, for you later on. just because of the potions that I was able to have with the criteria you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
I have an enlarging potion and a potion of giant strength.
That'll be fun someday.
I want to give. I really want to give Lancelot those
Yeah, that would be
so
very
much.
fun on him.
I feel like he would love that.
That party, by the way, is in the location of Glamourpool, which I actually mentioned here.
Aren't all 3 of your sessions in this area?
No, Glamourpool is at the other end of the continent. This one you're now.
I'm sorry, in this world, rather.
Well,
In this world,
let's see.
at different points in time.
Two of my 3 games, yeah. The other one kind of is mostly in Faerun, but has actually showed up on Ollaras at a different point in time, yeah.
And what's your other game? The early Sunday?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But anyway, Dovin has remembered all the pertaining facts that he knows about the Sea Mother.
Yeah, Dovin's face kind of grows really sad for a second, and then he starts to look really concerned. Lobu, are you feeling sick? Do you have any infections on you?
Just this one. And he pulls up his shirt and shows the mark he got that Noxie had seen before for sure.
The bulge in your side that didn't it actually turn into something at this point, or is it still just a bulge?
I think it's just a bulge.
Okay, it's just a bulge then.
I take a really close look at it. What is it?
Roll a medicine check, Dovin.
May I assist?
Yes, you may, Cogsworth.
Because I'm concerned. Actually, I'm just going to roll that on my own.
Yeah,
Here's-
I'll assist you with it.
Yeah.
Cogsworth has advantage.
What?
Oh my god.
The dice.
I have a +7!
The dice gods do not love you tonight. I'm sorry.
Like,
Does it look like it's turning into what I think it's turning into?
You don't know, actually. You think maybe just because of your knowledge, but you don't know for certain.
Listen, Lobu, you're gonna be okay, but my experience with this is
sorry.
not good.
Ignore the list of restoration, sorry.
Okay.
Has she promised you salvation or life?
No, she's given me extra abilities to help defend my friends.
That she has.
Why don't we just cut it off? We have healing here.
What's up with the bump?
I'm just
And
gonna
who
go
is
ahead.
this Sea Mother?
The only thing I know of it is about maybe 7 years ago. Maybe it was pretty much exactly 7 years ago at this point. I was in the hospital, and there were some very, very sick sailors that were brought in, and they were delirious. They were dying, and they were talking about the Sea Mother and how they found her and how she told them that if they served her, they would find salvation and find life. They had terrible infections. They were tentacles growing out of the infection. And then they're talking about a kraken. Lobu, we're on your side, and we will help you. If she's helping you, help us. We are eternally grateful, but you are important to us, and we want to make sure you're okay.
Thanks, Delvin.
So, this bump Is that a condition for his power?
I mean, we're talking making pacts with beings. This is beyond my expertise.
Lobu,
Yeah,
this mark here, was that a condition for you to make this pact?
I'm not totally sure, but it showed up around the time.
Well,
I would kind of assume so.
well,
Excise it.
if you get sick from this, or if you want to keep your powers, I will not protest. However, if you get sick, I'm using whatever ounce of magic I have to get that off of you.
If
Thanks,
his
guys.
patron or whatever it is as powerful as he says, it won't matter if we get rid of that. It'll give him another. Let's cut it off now and be done with it.
If he's really made a pact with his patron, then it won't matter if we cut it off. And I'm going to point to Lobo, he needs to cut it off.
He doesn't even know if it's anything to do with the patron. There could be something left over from getting bit by spiders. It could be spiders growing under his skin.
Well,
I
I can attempt to
think-
remove it now if you'd like.
Let's sleep on it.
Let's not, and take care of the problem now.
I'm not gonna. I mean, okay, look, if you guys all agree that it's a good idea to do surgery on a boat in the middle of nowhere, then I will have to go along with that. But I'm lodging a formal complaint with the captain. I don't want unnecessary surgery in the middle of nowhere.
Has it gotten bigger or anything since it first showed up?
Has it? Grizz?
Water. Actually, it has gotten noticeably bigger and a bit stranger since your powers increased.
It is a little different, as long as we're laying it all out on the table.
Does it hurt?
Not really. I poke at it.
I'm inclined to agree with Lobu. We're not performing surgery out here in the middle of nowhere, and we don't even know if
Why?
that
We
would
have
solve-
healers. We have magical healing here. There's nothing that can't be fixed.
Let's not necessarily go into surgery,
We
but I
don't
can
even know
attempt
if
to
that's
remove it
what
with magic. If it doesn't work,
Lobu
we sleep on it.
wants. I mean, we seem to have agreed that this is probably the best idea to remove it, but it's his body, yeah?
It's our
I
ship.
agree.
If he's going to be on this and be a possible risk to everyone here, with dolls that talk in your mind, and strange lumps that show up on his body that could at any moment turn into something else, then he becomes a definite liability.
Doxy also was signed. Ultimately, it's Lobo's choice.
No, actually, it's Volan's choice.
Volan has decided that we're not going to perform surgery out here. At the very least, and I agree that we should sleep on it. We don't know what we're doing.
I trust Lobu to let us know if something is going wrong.
Why? He didn't let us know about this doll until we pushed his door down and made him talk.
Well, he's not perfect.
I would also like to point out that worst case scenario, we just go to the person that really likes sea elves. I'm sure that person would greatly enjoy a medical examination.
That's true. And Random is that was that guy's name, right? Random.
Yeah,
Random.
Heck,
random.
maybe they'll pay
tiefling.
Lobu. Maybe he'll pay Lobu. Commission a picture.
It's true.
You know what they did with the Marines that couldn't handle things? They never made it.
Seems like the only one who's having trouble not handling anything right now is you, Topaz.
That's right.
Ooh.
One wrong move, I will stay true to my word.
Now, what's not? Lobu has been a good ally, been a great friend. He has told us what he's going through, and it's better to help your friends than to threaten to destroy.
No friend of mine. I've looked out for him more than once with his foolishness. He was a failure among my people. He's turning out to be a failure here. That's fine. Do whatever you like, Lobu. I'll be watching you. One wrong move, you're dead. No
We'll
one
see.
here is fast enough to stop me.
We'll see.
We'll see. Are you
Oh,
challenging me right now? I'll do it
No.
right here and now.
I'm gonna
Co-
block the
All I'm
doorway.
saying, Topaz, is you come at me, you better be ready for everything I've got.
All right, let's go.
Can I stop her from entering the room?
You can certainly
Yeah,
try.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help.
roll
I'm
initiative
gonna
on
help
that.
Olin.
Anyone who's attempting to do anything in this fight, stop it. Anything more than just watching, you gotta roll initiative.
And there's that 4.12 I'm known for.
Yeah.
Dear, you missed a lot of stuff. Fumble's back, by the way.
Fumble!
Talking about Fumble's listening again.
oh my
There was a
god.
doll, and we learned about Lobu's patron, and he has a bump. And Topaz isn't happy right now. And Topaz thought that Lobu was threatened. And it's not a good time.
So, Noxie gets to go first. Noxie, what would you like to do?
Is Topaz in front of the door or in the room already by the time my bow of
believe
warning tells me what's going on?
Topaz is already in the room, and Topaz is getting really angry and getting ready to go to blows with Lobu.
Didn't actually expect to go first.
Gesundheit.
Sorry.
No worries.
I'm going to run in. Is there any room for me to go in?
You're a goblin, so maybe yes, but you'd still be a bit
You're
squeezed.
small.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna squeeze into Tobin's space
Alright.
and attempt to grapple Topaz.
So you're basically wiggling your way through and diving at the monk. Okay. Go for an acrobatics check. Topaz, you may counter.
Acrobatics?
Not
Athletics.
athletics for
Go
grapple?
for athletics, sorry. I was thinking small
Alright.
and you're rapping rather than...
Yes. Minus one strength.
Topaz doesn't have to do anything. She just kind of lifts her leg and you fall off.
Well,
You're basically like a chihuahua right now.
that's my turn. I'm just trying to grasp onto Topaz.
Topaz, what do you do?
You're an ankle biter.
Spear.
Ah.
Total miss. Probably
Miss.
miss.
Those
Flurry of
some
blows.
rolls.
That misses.
Miss.
That one hits though. It's like you're just dancing back and forth out of the way, Lobu, and suddenly she lands one right into you. And as a result, lightning comes streaking out of Lobu's body and towards you, Topaz.
Okay.
We need a
Dex save.
snip. So you take only 6 damage, but you take 11 damage, Lobu. And which effect are you going for your flurry of blows?
Just gonna do the. Well, let's see.
You have to do the first or the second. You kind of
I'm gonna do the no reactions, which might have made a difference in that. I don't know if that's a reaction or
I
not.
was about to say it's kind of a little too late, unfortunately, for that one, since yeah. It's like basically as you land your thing, lightning discharges off of Lebu.
All right, nothing else in here is gonna matter. So
As you wish. Dovin.
I'm
Noxie is
going
still in
to-
your still sharing your space. She's kind of like on the floor at the moment.
I'll move
Oh,
my
I'm
token
checking
seat.
one thing really quick. I'm going to wild shape into an ape, which has an athletics check
Not sure
of
how much room if
plus
there's enough
5.
room in there for that. But you can certainly
The ape
try.
is medium sized.
All right.
Ape is medium,
All right.
so it should be okay.
Let's see if I have an ape token already made. Let's see if we get one here. Come on, ape. Oh, that's right. I was thinking of giant. They're downstairs sleeping. Well, no, they were like doing stuff or like, around the ship. This type of ape. There we go. I was thinking of giant ape for some reason. Okay, put that into wild
Okay.
shape. That's right. It's because all of your others are giant. That's why I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
And now it's fully under your control.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to grapple.
You know the drill, Topaz.
yep. See.
So, ape arms just kind of like wrap around you as you finish striking into Lubu. Probably still a little bit dizzy, possibly from getting hit with lightning as you struck him. The ape now has hold of you and has just grabbed and pinned your arms.
Would it be possible to
Well-
pull him out of the room?
Sorry, what did you say?
If that's a grapple, it's not a restrain, unless he's also got the grappler feet.
Oh, that's a feet. Okay, so it's wrapped underneath your arms then.
Would it be possible to pull her out of the room?
Does seem possible since you'd be able to lift her up. With that athletics check, yeah, you should be able to lift her.
Okay, so I'm gonna lift her out of the and carry out of the room and just sort of drop her sort of on the opposite side
Lubu,
of the door.
Do you wish to make an attack of opportunity, or are you going to let it go?
He used his
I'll
reaction.
try to use his reaction. Never mind then.
I'm gonna-
Noxie, same
so I'm
question.
gonna drop.
Do you wish to attack Topaz?
Nah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna drop Topaz and just sort of like beat my chest a couple of times.
Alright. Lubu, Topaz has been removed from your room. What do you do?
Lobu kind of like looks at the bracelet on his wrist for a little while, and then he just like flops back, and like holds until, yeah, he just passes his turn.
Okay.
But he's just kind of like looking at the bracelet on his wrist.
So, Volan, what would you like to do?
First thing, I'm just gonna get real fucking angry. And I'm just gonna yell out, enough of this. You're on my fucking ship. I'm the fucking captain. You're not gonna disrespect me by participating in this petty bullshit. Attack again, I swear to God I'll kill you. And I'm holding a great axe if I see either one of them attack.
That's gonna be a fun conversation later. Cogsworth.
I'm going to demand that Topaz stands down, and I'd really rather not see any death tonight. And I will prepare hold person. If she moves towards Lobu, I will cast it before she can get through the door.
Alright, hold holding your action, and you're holding a spell. Which, well, you guys haven't had
Yep.
your long rest yet, so this should be fine. You still have, you can still regain your health, your spell slots later.
I have all of my second level spells.
Excellent, because that spell, if you don't use it, just fizzles on your next
Yep.
turn. Nuxie.
I'm just going to go by Lobu and just. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna pass my turn. Noxie's just kind of like really worried and like very sad.
Topaz.
That's fine then. Not here now, but I call for right of challenge. That goes back nautical ships for ages untold.
I don't understand why you're so easily provoked.
Probably for the same reason you're so easily taken over. By painted dials and lumps on your body. And you don't think this is unusual. Obviously you're touched. Therefore threat everyone on this ship. You're serving something you don't even understand, and at any moment it could take you over. For all we know, you'll kill us in our sleep.
I mean, it's something I guess I'll have to think about, but it's better than trying to kill my friends while I've got my eyes wide open.
I did not expect this.
Looking over at Volan. Challenge has been issued.
It's not been issued on my fucking ship.
Just for anyone that might have noticed, Fumble will flicker in, like the eyes will flicker just a little bit, kind of look around, see what's going on, then immediately switch back to Caladriel or Cogsworth. Fumble, just fuck this shit.
Is Fumble trying to take control of the legs and walk you away, or walk you towards this?
No. She just went back to the proverbial bed.
Aw. Well, hope she sleeps well.
No, like the character Fumble.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the player is right here, but her
Yay.
stutter it make it to where she basically can't.
Oh, yeah. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
I try my best.
You see what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she can speak. It sucks.
Makes-
You know how articulate she tends to be.
Yes. And I want to hug her right now, but, I'm elsewhere. But, anyway.
Road trip?
What?
Road trip?
No, I'm not much of a traveler. But, so are you guys
That's
still
fine.
doing any
Time will bear me out.
fighting? What's the plan here?
Time will bear me out. You wait and see. I'm going over the edge.
Joy. Splash, Topaz goes back into the water. And on that tense note, we're going to leave it here for this week. Very, very tense ending that I did not expect to have happen. Wow.
Yeah.
Ought to be fun.
Oh, you guys are great role players. I love it. It's just great what you guys get up to.
Dude, Lobo, you're the fucking best. The way you just revealed that, great.